with another vegan slave video where he's going to give out fake information, and I'm going to rebuttal it, man, in a reaction video.
Oh my god, this is going to be fucking stupid. Thanks for that.
Yep, this is going to be stupid because only stupid shit's going to come out of his mouth, vegan slave's mouth.
Donation for you.
Michigan, Duluth, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta, Jacksonville, Florida, Tempe, Arizona, and Burbank, California. Go to jimmygo.com for a link for those tickets. This is the great cholesterol scam. You've been scammed. Remember you were scammed on skin cancer? Turns out sun's actually good for you. And if you don't get it up.
That's right. Sun is good for you. And you shouldn't wear any plant creams on your body because they're toxic. They're made from toxic plants and they can't remove the toxicity. That's what's going to give you cancer if you put it on your skin, because your skin breathes. You breathe through your skin. Everything is absorbed through your skin. Even that crazy water you're showering in at home being recycled from downtown. T.O., man. Yeah, I have a 20 layer filter on my thing. I don't even know if that's good enough.
Son, you get the kind of cancer that
You can look at meta-analyses of every cholesterol lowering trial across all methods of cholesterol lowering.
Okay, here's the thing. If you lower your cholesterol, that's associated with low testosterone because you need cholesterol to create testosterone. And so that is associated with cardiovascular disease and poor sleep, cardiovascular disease, and heart attacks. And if your cholesterol gets too low, you will die if it fucking goes really low. You'll fucking die, dude. So when it does go low, that's what you suffer from. Now, they've done so-called analysis and studies. They checked these centenarians that lived over 100. They checked their blood, and guess what? All of them have high cholesterol. So what does that say? Here's another thing. The native Indians here in North America, they ate meat. They lived a long time. They had high cholesterol. High cholesterol, high testosterone is associated with high cholesterol. They just came out with another study that LDL, high LDL, is not associated with cholesterol. You need both of them sky high. That's another thing. So low cholesterol, if your cholesterol goes too low, you will die. So when they give you these statins to lower your cholesterol, it shortens your lifespan. It shortens your lifespan. That's what it does, because they want you to die, you slaves. They want you slaves to die. And because everything, you're being slave to everything. And so slave to a fake diet, drug-induced carbohydrate diet. No carbs, they increase your estrogen. Wow, they spike your insulin. They increase your estrogen. Your fucking testosterone's low. Increase estrogen. Obesity, this, that, increase estrogen, a bunch of stuff. So I don't care what vegan slave says. He just says this to confirm fake beliefs.
So
he doesn't know anything. And how do you know they're not paid off? They're not paid off or something. In this world, do people commit fraud? Of course they do, as long as they're not caught. They're not scared about what they're doing. They're scared about getting caught. What's going to happen in the future? They don't care what's happening right now. He's crazy, man. That's why they have lawsuits.
Diet, nutrition, statins, PCSK9 inhibitor.
Yeah, they're all fake. They don't exist in nature. What did people do before? Sorry about that. I got cut off. So what did they do, vegan slave, before? What did they do before they had these statins and pills and everything? They don't exist in nature. That's why. We lived in nature in the forest and we ate animals because vegan diets don't exist. Farms don't exist.
Mendelian randomization studies.
None of these fake studies, none of these things exist by man, and everything's based on experience. Men are not born with knowledge. They're born with instincts to survive like you. You don't know anything, and you're going to read information as if they know something that you don't know. You don't know anything, so you have to read something and then pretend you know something and you don't know anything.
They all show lowering cholesterol lowers risk of heart disease.
Think about it. If cholesterol is, if testosterone is high testosterone is associated with cholesterol, that means the higher the cholesterol, the higher the testosterone. It's a youth drug, your testosterone. That would be associated with good sleep, right? Vigor, vitality, right? High sex drive, better sleep and everything. Why would you have a heart attack or cardiovascular disease if that's associated with all good things? And these centenarians that live to over 100 had high cholesterol. So how can that be associated with the things that he says, low cholesterol? If you have low cholesterol, it's associated with poor health, low testosterone, poor health, poor sleep patterns, low sex drive, no erections, no nothing. So what the fuck is VeganGains talking about? He trying to sell you on something that's ridiculous. That's just crazy, man.
It is irrefutable. It is literally statistically impossible for cholesterol to not be causally related to heart disease. Anybody
how how could high cholesterol be associated with heart disease, vegan gains? How is it associated with it? I'm talking about you eating animal products as a carnivore, eating meat. How is that so? I'm not talking about seed oils and plants and shit, maybe creating some fake cholesterol levels or something in your body. I'm talking about animal products. And I'm not talking about meat that's piled with like nitrates, your nitrates. You're going to convince me that red meat is bad for you. It may be bad if your fucking plant nitrates weren't on it. It would be actually good. It wouldn't be bad now, would it, right? So let me see. Red meat's going to cause me cancer, but there's no sugar, no nothing in there. Oh, the nutrients are going to cause me cancer. Is that it? Because it's highly nutritious, a nutrient-packed food. There's no toxins or anything. Oh, I know. It's the nitrates that are causing it. Right, vegan slave. You know that. Why don't you mention that? That people they put nitrates, these plant toxins on there because plants are toxic. That's what causes the problems.
Tells you otherwise is fucking retarded.
Nah, you're fucking retarded, man. You're fucked and you're fucking stupid is what you are. I hope you get fucking this shit, eat that shit, food, whatever. Cause I know you're fake vegan, but I hope you eat that fucking shit and get some palpitations so you can get some nice pain and then you're gonna figure it out. You have low testosterone now. For all I know, you're on TRT and everything. Lifting those weights, they could be fake, could be TRT. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Know about the data, and it's basically like arguing with a flat earther.
Actually kills you, and the kind of cancer you get from the sun.
Yeah, we already know the data. The centenarians, they were tested. Their cholesterol is high. It's a known fact that if you have low cholesterol, that's why they say if you eat eggs and things with cholesterol, your testosterone goes up. The data is out there. High testosterone is associated with cholesterol. Cholesterol creates testosterone. So if you have low cholesterol, no testosterone, then you're going to have a heart attack and heart disease because you're not protected. And you're not going to sleep well. You're going to have all kinds of problems. My friend died recently. They put him on statins. He had a problem all of a sudden with his heart. They put him on statins and he died. Yeah. He died. His testosterone went so low and his cholesterol went so low. He said he was weak in the legs. He felt really bad, a bunch of stuff. If you eat plants like fruits and vegetables, we're high in sugar, fructose, and fucking cellulose, they will lower your cholesterol and you'll start to feel very weak, very bad, and you'll have dysfunctional mitochondria, low testosterone, you'll have poor sleep, and you'll look really bad too. You'll get lines in your face. Yeah, high testosterone is like a youth drug. It's associated with youth. Yeah. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Not as deadly. So anyway, this is from Pierre Corey. He says to sell statins, we were told cholesterol damages arteries. In reality, it repairs arterial injury.
Exactly. It repairs it. I agree. That's what it says in the science.
Yeah, it's not the cholesterol that damages you.
It does not repair arterial injury.
Yes, it does, you fuckhead. It fucking repairs it, man. You want to know how it does it? It increases the endocrine system. When you take in cholesterol from animal fat, the more cholesterol you take in, the better off you are. Your testosterone is high. My testosterone right now, I eat 6 pounds of meat and seafood every fucking day, dude. And my fucking testosterone, my cholesterol is fucking through the roof, like it's always been through the roof. I'm 57 through the roof. I'm fucking healthier than I've ever been. And my testosterone is 1200. So how do you account for my testosterone being 1200? I have the best sleep in the in my entire life right now. Eating at the buffet every day, like fucking 6 pounds of meat and seafood and everything else, like tons and tons of steaks. So how do you account for that? And I don't eat any of these plant fucking foods, man.
Your artery, it actually repairs when your artery has a rupture. Statins, which they want everybody on statins, don't prevent death.
I know. That's what happened to my friend. He got a small heart attack. He had an infarct, and then he was worried about it. Then they put him on statins. Within a 2-year period or so, he died. He started getting weak. They said he died of a weak heart. He started sleeping a lot and stuff, and then he died. And they said he died of a weak heart. There you go, because it didn't repair his heart. Cholesterol repairs your heart. I know, because when I was young, I think I had a problem when I was around 38. And I'm pretty sure the high cholesterol, saved me.
And give 20% of its users muscle, liver, and nerve damage.
That is not true.
That is true. That's why I suffered from nerve damage, because I had low cholesterol at the time too. I had all kinds of problems. I got spinal stenosis and everything from low cholesterol. Now that my cholesterol is through the roof, My stenosis is like under control. It's so much better now. I'm like so much better, bro. I can run fast and everything. I can move around better. There's no pain like it was before. I had to be hocked up on painkillers, and the nerve damage is practically, I don't know, it seems to be going already, which is very unusual. So I must say, based on my experience doing this, that the nerve damage is practically gone, and the stenosis and everything else, and I'm just so much better.
Creation. Did you know that? If you know someone on a statin, please read this. This is from Midwestern Doc Substack. So Robert F. Kennedy actually tweeted out, brave dissident doctors like Bear Gorey can help clear away the smoke of corporate profiteering so that...
Is this guy even a doctor?
Are you a doctor? He's reading information. Are you a doctor? Or are you reading off cue cards too?
Pierre Corey, MD, MP.
You're not a doctor, so who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. American critical care physician, so he's not a cardiologist and he's not a
Does it really matter? Why does it matter to you so much?
lipidologist, so this isn't even his area of expertise.
Listen, the facts speak for themselves. Low cholesterol is associated, if it goes too low, you'll die. That's what happens. So when they give you the statins, and your cholesterol is low because you're not eating properly, and they put you on statins, that lowers it even more. So they kill you, you die being on statins. That's the whole thing, bro. Get it? My friend died. They said he died of a weak heart. They didn't say he died of a heart attack. They said he died. But the friend called me and said, what happened to him? And I go, what happened to him? He said, oh, he died last week. I go, really? And he go, what did he die of? They said he died of a weak heart. They didn't say he died of a heart attack, dude. A weak heart. I know, because I went to his apartment to give him some tea or something, Arizona tea. And he just kept going back to sleep. And he said, yeah. He acted really like normal. He just was sleepy all the time. And he told me one time his legs felt weak and all that. He felt weak because that's associated with low cholesterol, low hormone. You feel weak. You feel very weak when your hormones are low. Fruits and vegetables weaken you because they lower your hormones. They lower your cholesterol. That will shorten your lifespan. That's why vegan diets, they'll shorten your lifespan. You'll die. That's why the government pushes it. They want you to die. They don't want you to live so they can steal the rest of your slave money. You understand me? Whatever slave money you have left over, they've already robbed you of the majority of your slave money as you've been working and going through like a nice little slave that you are. They want to steal the rest of it. They don't want to pay you pension, nothing. They want to take your house, your money, whatever you saved, your savings. Yeah.
Tease. Erroneously claimed that the anti-parasitic medication ivermectin was a wonder drug with miraculous effectiveness.
You don't need any drugs. If you're on your natural food, meat as a carnivore, you're never going to get sick. You're going to notice you never get sick. These viruses, they don't affect you because you have a very high immune system. You understand me? The only time they affect you, these things, because what happens is you're being poisoned by these foods that you're eating, these plant foods. They poison you. And if they poison you, they make your immune system dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional. That's why you're getting sick. And every time you do get sick, that's associated with accelerated aging because it stresses your body. Every time you stress your body, you grow, you age. Every time you grow, you stop growing at 25. You're not growing anymore. You should not be aging. You're deteriorating faster than you're aging even. See what I mean? You're really deteriorating is what you are.
Against COVID-19. So he's basically just a insane whack job.
Again, you're not eating these plant foods seasonally like they did. At some point, they started farming human beings. Then they started eating these plant foods seasonally. And now they're eating them full time all year round. That's the cause of all the problems for everybody right now. These are all the problems, the causes. Yeah, he's going to try to look this up as if, whoa, like he can read this stuff. He can't read this shit. He ain't a doctor or scientist, VeganGains. He can't even make sense of this stuff.
So, yeah, this guy is just a crazy Idiot.
Yes, of course.
Please read this. This is
he's
from
just a
Midwestern
crazy
Substack.
idiot. He's
So
just a
Robert F.
crazy
Kennedy actually
idiot,
tweeted
that's
out,
all.
brave dissident doctors like Bear Corey.
No proof, nothing, no facts. He's just a crazy idiot because, you know, it doesn't fit my fake beliefs to make all of you slaves out there believe too as well. So I could brainwash you too. Don't forget to pay my rent, 500. Get it? I'm a spoiled brat. I'm a kid. I have nothing better to do. I sit here. This is where I might make my money. I don't work for anybody.
And help clear away the smoke of corporate profiteering so that we can see clearly the causes and solutions.
I slave you guys to watch other people's videos and pay my rent, and I've enslaved you to watch my videos. Like the nice little puppets you are. Oh, I'm up to $75. Thank you, my slaves. Don't forget to give me some more of your slave money and watch my slave videos so that I can enslave you to them. Thank you very much, guys. That's me, VeganGains.
To the chronic disease epidemic. The great cholesterol scam and the dangers of statins. That's what this is called.
Of course, I know this for a fact. Experience taught me that. I know what the guy took and he died. The statins killed him. They killed him. He kept taking those medicine. He thought medicine worked. He was stupid. He was so stupid. He thought they cared about him. He wanted to take these fucking medicine and everything. I got a heart attack. What gave him the heart attack? What do you think gave it to him? Low cholesterol. And then what do? They put him on statins, and then shortly later he died. And he didn't die of a heart attack. You know what he died of? Weak heart, they said, a weak heart. He died of the statins, having low testosterone. He was sleeping all the time. I remember. He slept so much. He slept all day, all night. He wouldn't get up sometime now. At some point, he wouldn't even get up till 5 o'clock just to make it to the store before 6, before they closed, so he could buy some food, some meat, and fry it up or something. I don't know what he was buying. At the end, he was barely eating. He was just eating fake food. His gout was always flaring up. He had problems. This is crazy. And he was drinking a lot of wine that year too. More plant poison wine. Yeah.
So this is an article, not a study published in a peer-reviewed journal.
Get this. So in the 1960s and 70s, a debate emerged about
So what? It's based on experience. Who gives a shit?
what causes heart disease. One side.
This did not emerge in the 1960s.
The Indians didn't have any heart disease until the colonists poisoned them with their fake vegan diets.
and 70s. There was research on heart disease in the 1800s. One of the first studies on heart disease and its pathology was conducted by...
What are you talking about? I think the first person that had a heart attack was a president way back a while ago. Just 100 years ago, there's recordings of people living to 120. I mean, there's even human beings, there's recordings of 140 and up almost like 180, 200. So I don't know what you're talking about. A Polish commander, he died at 120. He was in World War I. Fuck, how did he live so long?
a Russian, I think he was a Russian scientist. He fed rabbits a
Oh, like Russians are the smartest, okay.
high cholesterol diet, and he found that that diet resulted...
Yeah, he fed a rabbit a high cholesterol diet. What was this cholesterol? Was it animal or plant? Animal or plant? See the difference? And if it's animal, why would the rabbit eat like meat? So they fed him meat. Is that what you're saying, vegan slave? They fed him meat. They fed the rabbit meat, and his cholesterol went up. So they fed him animal fat, so his cholesterol would go up. He ate eggs. Is that it? Eggs. They fed him eggs and meat. Fuck off.
in atheromas, in atherosclerosis
You know what? Fuck off, man. Fuck off. All right, dude. Fuck off.
in their arteries.
Fuck off.
That was may have been the first study.
Man, this guy's the fucking stupidest person online. Either he's fucking stupid or he's just playing stupid, like I said, to confirm fake beliefs, your fake beliefs.
That linked, saturated fat and
But
cholesterol.
the truth is, I'm beginning to think he's fucking stupid. Well, I have many years on him, decades. So I'm talking from experience, facts. I've read a lot of stuff. I've been through so many things. I observe people. I watch people. It's just everything. You can see people around you. You know that even like when it comes to relationships and marriages, who's ahead of the divorce? The women. Women, they reach a certain age and then they start divorcing. Why? Because the thing is, a man would suffer, he would suffer his happiness just to keep the family together, the kids and the family. But women, they would sacrifice the family for their own happiness. But he would sacrifice, the husband would sacrifice his happiness just to keep the kids together. These are things that you observe. They're experiences that you go through in this fake world. You see everything that's going on here. They're abusing children by feeding them fake diets. And then they know that some children, it affects some children more than others, the toxicity, the amount of food that they're eating. And what they're eating and how much they're eating, it's all dependent. So it's like a gamble. You go to school and some people get more toxic because whatever the parents are feeding them. Some are feeding quality, some are not. They're getting more toxicity than the other kids. And so they end up in special ed or this or that, or they can't function, or they're daydreaming, or they're having problems, or some are just C students or failing. What's the difference between an A+ student and something? Well, they discovered that they gave eggs to these kids. They did a study, and they found that the kids that only ate one egg a day, their school marks and everything were higher than the kids that did not get the one egg a day. So how about that? What a study. It just goes to show you the power of animal products, the power of nutrients. Plants, they don't have any of that because they're devoid of anything. They're not bioavailable to humans. They're shit. They're garbage. They're drugs, actually. Plants are drugs. All drugs are made from plants, and all plants are drugs.
Called heart disease. By the way, when you dissect people's arteries and you see fat in their artery, the kind...
Yeah, that fat is from the carbohydrate diets. That's how they get fat. They get fat eating, they don't get fat eating meat or fish. They get fat eating these processed, processed foods and fruits and vegetables. That's how they get fat. The insulin is spiked and the fat that's in the food makes them fat. That's it. That's what happens.
Kind of, logical sort of step you would make, or
even the processed foods, what are they made out of? Well, they're made out of plants, aren't they? So they're the same thing. They're plants, and they're toxic too, because even when they process sugar, they say there's oxalates in them. He knows they're inside there. He knows they're toxic. He's not going to tell you on here because he's going to keep quiet about it. It's a conspiracy to commit fraud by keeping quiet what's in it.
Logical inference you'd make would be, oh, well, fat in the diet puts fat in your arteries because, that's what you're seeing.
Fat in the diet puts fat in your arteries. If they found it in there, it was fat, then it must be from the fake diet. It's not from something natural, which is meat and fish. They're natural. Animals are natural. They're of nature. Farms are not of nature. They're fake. Animals real. They are of nature. Even if you took them from nature and put them on a farm, they're still real. They are of nature. They're natural. But farms are unnatural, and they're manipulated. They're manipulated out of nature. You're manipulating plants to create something that's fake, that doesn't exist in nature. Get it? Engineering it.
So the science kind of followed along that way, and it turned out...
I'm not saying all of it, but a good majority of it they took out of nature. Like wheat and barley growing out somewhere. They found it somewhere, and then they cultivated it. They found a couple of things growing, and they were, let's cultivate this. Then things along the way, they discovered what it did, like fermenting, making beer and stuff. They discovered these things, how to make more toxic things out of these plants to kill themselves earlier, to send them to an early grave. Like the Egyptians, they started eating bread and sent them to an early grave.
That is the case. Saturated fat and cholesterol are the risk factors for heart disease.
On one side was a guy named John Yudkin, effectively argued that sugar being added to our food by the processed food industry was the chief culprit of heart disease.
Yeah, that's one of it. That's one of the things, and the seed oils too. Don't forget those.
Yeah, so there's literally no evidence supporting that.
No, really? Well, how come they never had it before? How come the Indians never had it before? Whatever happened to the Indians, the native people in North America? Where did they all go? Well, the Americans killed their source of food, which was the buffalo. They slaughtered them to the point where they were just disappeared. And then these poor natives, what did they have to eat? Nothing, but the colonists fed them poison, more poisonous food. And that's how they got rid of them. They're like, you know how you genocide people? You find their weakness. Their weakness was they didn't tolerate these foods the way we did. We die. We die early too, but they died much more earlier because they were not tolerant to these poisons, these toxins from these foods, like alcohol and the plants and the vegetables, the fruits and the fucking apples and shit. Yeah, man, and they died. Get it? That's why they say when they go into a doctor's office, they have to add 20 years to a native because they're not used to these foods. They're not. They're still not. They're not used to them.
Processed sugar isn't good for you. It can lead to weight
Processed sugar has oxalates in it. It's been found. It's found in there. Type it up. You can find it in science. It tells you.
gain and everything, but there's no mechanism
It spikes your insulin, and any fat that's in your diet will turn to fat.
in which glucose can trigger plaque formation.
No, it triggers insulin resistant. It makes you insulin fucking resistant, dude. You know this. And the fat that's in your diet makes you fat. Yeah, motherfucker.
By the way, there's glucose in your arteries, like going through your bloodstream constant.
No, really? There is? What if I'm not eating any glucose? Is it going through my bloodstream constantly if I'm not eating a fake diet? Man, you're so fake. You think everybody has to be like you eating fake, drinking Coca-Cola with fucking, what is it there? You're drinking Coke with, it's got acid in it. Phosphoric acid, what does that do? Fucking eat nails. What do you think it does to you and your body when you drink it? You really have to be crazy to drink phosphoric acid, dude. It's in Coca-Cola. That shit kills you. And the sugar, it's a drug. You're high on drugs all day, running on this crazy energy because you're a slave. They want to slave you to this drug which gives energy. Meat doesn't give you that kind of energy. It's a different kind. It doesn't make you want to go out and work. It doesn't make you want to go to the gym and slave yourself to lifting weights like an asshole, like a fucking moron slave. Get it?
It's the main energy source for your brain. If you had zero glucose,
No, it's not. Animal fat is the major source for your brain, and it's also the major source that your mitochondria like running off of. Eventually, if you keep taking processed sugar or fructose, you can read it for yourself. Your body doesn't distinguish between the two. It sees it the same, sugar, fructose. Just type it up, fructose. It says now it's associated with brain damage. It's also associated with dysfunctional mitochondria, DNA damage, and a whole bunch of stuff, bro. So just type it up, PubMed. It will tell you there about fructose. Same thing, sugar, fructose.
in your circulation, you die. So,
I don't have it. Then why am I not dead? Because I'm just eating meat and seafood every single day and water. So why am I not dead? Why am I not dead?
if glucose was responsible, every single person would end up getting heart disease at one point if they lived long enough because
Yeah, they're walking time bombs, dude. They're walking time bombs. Everybody's on the verge of already type 2 diabetes. They're time bombs. Your body can handle a lot when it's younger, stupid ass. But when you get to a certain age, like 40, you're not gonna be able, the party's over. You're not gonna be able to handle it anymore. That's why they're all dying, you dumbass. That's why people are dying. They're dying early now. Hello. Why do people retire from sports at 40? Why do a bunch of things start happening at 40? What do you think? Hello. Wait till you reach 40, man. You're going to have a wake-up call.
everyone's going to have sugar in their blood.
On the other side was someone named Ansel Keys, who attacked Youngkin's work.
Oh, everybody's going to have sugar in their blood. I don't eat any sugar, bro. I don't have any sugar in my blood. Fuck off, man, all right?
Argued that it was due to saturated fat and cholesterol. And now we know the rest of the story, don't we? That it's actually sugar. And fat and cholesterol aren't bad for you, but let's read on.
Wait, it says a case can also be made massive.
We don't know that.
A case can also be made that the
Yes, I did a test, all right, and I know that. It nearly destroyed me. That's why I stopped eating fruit and vegetables and any kind of sugar in my diet because it was destroying me. And guess what? I restored myself eating what? Red meat. And I washed the nitrates off, motherfucker. And even the fish that I eat too. I'm eating seafood and I eat fucking red meat, a lot of red meat. I mean, I just sit down and eat for 4 hours straight at the buffet every day. Like just shitloads of meat. Oh, I know. I'm going to die. I'm going to get a heart attack. I have heart disease and all of that. Sure, yeah. Okay.
mass adoption of vegetable oil leads to this increase in heart disease. Well, that's what we were just talking about, seed oils.
Yeah.
Seed oils do not increase risk of heart disease. In fact, if you look at all randomized trials, they reduce risk of heart disease.
Yeah, seed oils reduce the risk of heart disease. Let's see. They only used them as for machine oil, like or as oil for machines, so oil machines back at World War II, and we never ate them before. We everything was done in beef tallow or pork. But of course, when you want to sell something, you want to tell people something that's healthy is unhealthy for them. So they can sell their seed oils, which are unhealthy and taste like shit. That's why the McDonald's stock price went down. Their French fries taste like shit. Never eat there again. Yeah, the only thing they sell in some of these places, which they keep making everything in seed oil, even Kentucky Fried Chicken tastes like shit. I don't eat there anymore either because they don't make anything in tallow, in animal fat anymore, or any of their stuff. So fuck them. Even Popeyes tastes like shit seed oil. It's gross, bad for your heart. The only thing they have good is the gravy, because gravy has to be made out of animal stock, which is collagen. It's animal stock. It's good for you. That's about it. The rest is all crap.
Ansel Keys won this debate. The guy who said it was fat and cholesterol. Youngkin, the guy who said it was sugar, he was.
Yeah, Ansel Keys won the cholesterol debate because he had the best evidence. So he was one of the
So he created fake evidence. So he had the best fake evidence that he created. Whoa, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to believe some guy because he created some fake evidence. Yeah, sure.
world leading research.
You know why VeganGains? You want to know why people don't know anything? Because they're not born with any knowledge. They have to do all these tests and everything. And they work for corporations. They're slaves to corporations. They pay them. And some of them pay them and hold them hostage to these things and say, listen, you took the money. You have to make us a report, a fake report, because we need to sell this or that. Everything is in competition out there. Everything has to balance out and all that kind of stuff. Just like the Microsoft problem, they were a monopoly. So they started investing in Apple, bringing them up. So they go, look, we have a competitor called Apple. But the truth is, Microsoft will always be ahead of Apple. Apple's out there. It's cool and nice. They have these devices. But Microsoft is number one.
Researchers on diet and heart disease. He found that a Mediterranean diet pattern, low in saturated.
Mediterranean diets are fake. They don't exist. They're man-made. They're man-made. There's only you and me, herbivores and carnivores. We're carnivore. We eat meat. Anything that you eat outside of what you're supposed to eat as a carnivore, meat, is called a fake diet. That's it.
Fat, high in fiber. Most fat sources coming from nuts, seeds, or olive oil, and low meat intake reduce the.
Nuts and seeds are associated with cyanide, especially when you start biting and crushing them. You see, the birds, they swallow the seeds. They don't crush them. They don't chew them up and eat them. They swallow them and then they carry them and they shit them out, and then plants start growing everywhere. They're the carriers of plants all over the planet. But humans are stupid. They actually eat fucking seeds, slave and prisoner food for prisoners. They eat seeds. That must be like the worst thing to do is eat fucking seeds. You have to be nuts to eat seeds. But then again, VeganGains is a nut. He would eat fucking seeds and these fucking plants and shit and everything. Gross. Garbage.
Risk of heart disease. The data was just on his side, and
He has high estrogen. That's the reason why he acts so bad. He's angry all the time at these people fighting. He wants to tell you, well, they don't know anything. I know everything. Yeah, sure you do. You know everything. Yes.
You just couldn't provide.
Oh, don't forget the deposit. More money. $75. We're up. Almost paying that rent. That rent every day is getting paid $500. Oh my God.
The evidence.
Largely dismissed, and Keys became the nutritional dogma.
What are they, the president of fucking, if something causes, are they the president of that? Why are two guys debate the end all be all?
Let's read on, Kurt. A large part of Key's victory was based on his study of 7 countries. He studied Italy, Greece, former Yugoslavia, Netherlands, Finland, America, and Japan, which showed that as saturated fat consumption increased, heart disease increased.
The 7-country study didn't look at saturated fats.
Where are these saturated fats coming from? Are they from plants or are they from animals? Did they say? Did they tell you? Like, what were these people eating exactly? See what I mean? Doesn't say anything in there. Just says saturated fat. That could be anything.
Specifically, it looked at total fat consumption, so this guy never even read the study.
I don't know. Do they have saturated fat in there? I don't know. I have to find out.
According to the nutrition source, Harvard University, saturated fat is mainly found in animal foods, but a few plant foods are also high in saturated fats, such as coconut, coconut oil, and palm kernel oil.
So there you go. So they have saturated fat as well, plants. And which one is the cause of the problem? The plants or I don't know. He didn't really say, didn't specify. See what I mean? You see how you see all the misinformation out there? It's crazy. It's just like I told you about nitrates on beef. Look.
According to Harvard Health, cured or processed meats, bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and ham, as well as deli meats such as chicken, turkey, roast beef, and salami, often contain added nitrates and nitrites. These compounds prevent the growth of harmful bacteria, add a salty flavor, and make the meat appear red or pink.
The fucking thing stopped. I have to do this again, man. Fucking shit. So, just a second. All right, so we know about that. There's nitrates in there. Our
According to USDARs, nitrates are converted to nitrite in the gastrointestinal tract. Nitrite causes the production of methemoglobin, a type of hemoglobin that cannot carry oxygen. Thus, the effects of nitrate poisoning result largely from oxygen starvation or, in effect, suffocation.
So Harvard and stored forages contain to be toxic. Nitrates are toxic. Nitrites are toxic. So nitrite in the gastral tract converted to nitrite. So nitrates convert to nitrite, gastral tract. Nitrite causes the production of methemoglobin, a type of hemoglobin that cannot carry oxygen. Thus, the effects of nitrite poisoning. Oh, there you go. So nitrite poisoning. So it causes poisoning. It poisons you. That's what I suspected. So they put that stuff on packaged beef in the stores. See what I mean? Yeah, like the butcher shop or whatever. Well, I'm not going to bring it up. You already know. They put nitrates on it. So it's toxic, okay, bro? Like fucking VeganGains is just full of shit, man. You understand me? I'm tired of this bullshit. These vegan assholes. All of this shit's bullshit.
So this guy never even read the study.
Man, all the information is online. You can type it up, everything comes up, it tells you. Google will explain these things. There's authorization at the bottom, there's reference to the top, to the bottom, there's information, NCBI, PubMed. Give me a fucking break, dude.
He was criticized for that, and he, again, in his later research, looked at saturated fat specifically. At the time, they didn't really know much about how different chain length.
Let's find out. Instead of VeganGain,
According to usnews.com, compared to people who took in the least animal fat daily, those who consumed the most were 16% more likely to die of any cause and 14% more prone to die from heart disease.
that is kind of weird. Animal saturated fat? Okay, what about, okay.
According to Everyday Health, overall, participants who had the highest intake of plant fats in their diets were 9% less likely to die during the study period than those who ate the least of these foods, according to findings published in JAMA Internal Medicine.
I don't believe any of that, but whatever, man. So hold on. These centenarians, they ate fucking meat, this animal saturated fat. It's natural. This is unnatural. This gotta be fake, but whatever. So
According to SpringerLink, higher levels of total cholesterol and iron and lower levels of glucose, creatinine, uric acid, ASAT, GGT, ALP, TIBC, and LD were associated with a greater likelihood of becoming a centenarian.
There you go. So higher levels of cholesterol and iron and lower levels of what? Glucose, which is what? These plants, they're all filled with glucose, drugs. And creatinine, uric acid, of course, which are from these plants, and acid and ACAT and all that, those are from plants, were associated with a greater likelihood, or, man, I don't know, was associated with likelihood of becoming a centenarian. So what were they talking about? They said that low cholesterol was associated with fucking you're gonna die. And you're gonna become a centenarian if higher levels of total cholesterol and iron. I don't get it. It's higher levels of total cholesterol is associated with being a centenarian. So what the fuck is VeganGains talking about? You see, that's the problem. You have to watch what you're reading here. This is from linkspringer.com. The centenarians have high cholesterol. Yeah, it's associated with, I know that. Total cholesterol and triglycerides. Centenarians increase between 20 and 80 years. About age of an increase in centenarians. They have high cholesterol. I don't know what the fuck VeganGains is trying to pass on here. It's fake shit, whatever.
They didn't really know much about how different chain lengths.
They're low. They're considered low lipid, but they had a new study now. They say that LDL has nothing to do with fucking any heart problems, disease, whatever. We know that low cholesterol, if your cholesterol, your body can't heal itself. It can't create molecules to heal your body. You need these molecules and you need these stem cells to heal your heart if you have a problem or stress or whatever the fuck you're doing there, dude.
Of fat affect cholesterol. So he just
Look, on my own experience, I eat a lot of animal fat right now. I can sprint super fast again. I'm super strong again. My mitochondria was dysfunctional. I know this because I went to my doctor. I told you, remember, I was eating those fruits over in my old videos. I was doing a bunch of shit. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing because I didn't know anything about eating at the time, dieting. I know about bodybuilding stuff, but I didn't really know about totally. I do know I should eat meat. I never liked plants or fruits or any really processed foods. I always liked meat. I eat a lot of meat. That's why I look the way I look, still look good. The difference is this, that, yeah, these foods will destroy you over time. So they caused me mitochondrial dysfunction, so that added to my problems. And like I said, the nerve damage in this, it was from the plant stuff for sure. It's going away because I cut them off. They're gone. No more poison. I'm not eating any more poison. If you poison yourself, you'll become dysfunctional. You have to cut off the source of the poison and you'll be fine. Meat doesn't have any poison other than if it's cut meat that you're buying in the store anywhere, it's got nitrates on it. And a lot of people are not washing off the nitrates and they're going to have problems again because you're getting poison through these nitrates like it said there. Get it? It said poison.
at total fat in that study.
Jimmy Dore is such a moron. Why do people take him seriously?
No, VeganGains is such a moron. Why would anybody take him seriously? Anybody?
Well, there's a lot of dumbasses.
There's a lot of stupid people would believe that a vegan diet would build muscles when it's associated with low nitrogen balance. You need to be in positive nitrogen balance to build muscles. Otherwise, they won't build. And he's not building any muscles because muscles have a myonuclear domain size limit. And I don't care what he says.
And any dumbass can say dumbass shit and they'll...
There you go. You have a dumbass sitting in this chair and dumbass is paying for his rent. Because look, it went from 75 to 78 as we were talking. So there you go. There's so many dumb people that would listen to a dumb person like this in a chair. Feed them their fake beliefs. Get it?
still have a dumbass audience.
Yes.
Thanks for that.
And your audience is just as dumb as you are. That's why they're giving you free money. They're giving you their money because they want to support you because you need support, bro. You need money.
Dodo.
Yes. Okay.
Increase in a linear fashion. So there was that correlation. They made it into causation. However,
I'm sorry. I have to make these videos because they've been requested on my channel. They keep bothering to make videos about you.
All studies are correlative. It doesn't matter if they're cross-sectional.
Studies are based on experiences, but some experience could be paid off. You understand me? Because There's money involved when it comes to food. Bodybuilding, they don't care about that. Progenitor cells and muscles and this and that. They don't need to fake those reports. But when it comes to the food industry, any kind of industry where there's sales are involved, like what's his face, David Sinclair, selling these fake longevity tablets. B6 is gonna make you live forever or something or do something. He's selling you vitamins. He's stupid. Well, he's not selling a drug. He's selling a vitamin. And now he says he's patented and he's want to take it off and want to give it to you as a NMN, give it to you as a prescription drug or some bullshit. Because he's full of shit, bro. This is just garbage.
Perspective, randomized trials, they're all
He's doing that because he wants to make money because everybody else is making money off it. And he's like, hey, I have to take it away from them. Let me make the money.
correlative. There is no study on nutrition and human health that isn't correlative. You are looking to see whether or not an
There's no such thing as correlated with human health. You're going to be healthy if you eat what you're supposed to. You don't break the laws of nature. You eat what you're supposed to as a carnivore, meat. It's really simple. You won't have any problems.
exposure correlates to a given outcome. So when you say correlation doesn't equal,
And no, your body will not adapt to being poisoned. You understand me? It doesn't adapt. You know what I mean? It tries to protect the body through adaptations, protecting you, but at some point it gives out and then you just die, dude.
causation, you're a fucking retard and you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, whatever.
Correlation does equal causation when there's
I know. You know something that we don't know. How do we get off this planet and go to other planets, VeganGains? How do we get out of this universe? Why are we stuck on this ball, this prison? Why don't we fuck off and stop going around the sun in circles, going nowhere fast? Are we astronauts flying around on a fucking ball of Garden of Eden? What the fuck is going on here, dude? Do you fucking know anything? Do you know what your purpose is here? Why are you here? I know. It's to procreate, make kids, and die. So that's the reason you're here. That's the reason you were created, I
a
guess.
logical reason for you to believe that the exposure is related to the outcome. So linking
You read those things somewhere in a book, so you're regurgitating. Somebody wrote that and said these things, and now you're regurgitating as if they know something. They don't know anything. You don't know anything either. You have to go off your experiences. That's how you know.
I don't know.
See, the reason why I'm able to find all the stuff in science and understand it about bodybuilding, because I went through those things. I got experience. And so I'm able to find them. You understand me? That's how. I always knew it was something that I was unaccustomed to doing, or untrained muscles got this damage. It never got damaged when I was trained. It always got, and then it went through a repair and a remodeling, because I remember being sore for a couple of days. So that must be the injury process. So that has to go through a repair and a remodeling. And so I knew to be in positive nitrogen balance because I figured it out. Now I heard the word nitrogen balance. They used to sell nitrogen balance sticks at GNC back in like early 90s. But, you know, I kind of figured it out slowly, bodybuilding. I got the gist of it. Yeah.
Wearing a certain dress to lung cancer. There's no particular reason, like there's no logical reason to think those two things are related. So if you end up seeing those correlations, that would just be a correlation that doesn't give you a causative inference. But
Okay.
if you're smoking and
Oh my God. Do I need to fucking hear this, man? Come on.
inhaling fucking
Why does he, man, this is like a faker of sophistication. You have to fake sophistication. Just fucking say it the way it is. Why do you have to fake it, bro? Come on. We don't give a fuck. We know you're stupid, okay?
like
You're stupid like everybody else. You're learning your whole life and you're gonna die stupid just like everybody else. You're never gonna know anything.
smoke and tar and shit into your lungs, and you see a link between that and lung cancer.
All right, if you're so smart, where did this planet come from? How was it formed? Why is it in a round ball? What's it doing here? Why are we here? Why did it come here? How does everything work in the universe? How does it work? How does it work exactly, VeganGains? You don't know anything. Shut the fuck up, man. Come on.
That's a logical association you're making where the
Oh, logical, or Are you talking about facts based on fucking your experiences? And even your experiences can lie.
The exposure is likely linked to the outcome. And if the
The exposure is linked to the outcome. Yes. Yeah. It's, it's out there somewhere. Yes. Okay.
correlation is strong, consistent enough, and you're able to eliminate an adequate amount of confounding variables.
Yes.
And on top of that, it helps. You don't need it, but it helps.
Sure, it
You can
does,
show a
yeah.
mechanistic link.
Yes,
Then
yes.
the correlation is causative.
Okay, yes. Okay, correlation, causation, and all that, yes. You know why when you run down a hill, when you run up a hill, you get exhausted, but when you run down a hill, it's a stopping motion, and then all of a sudden you notice your legs get stiff and sore the very next day, and it lasts for a couple of days, you're in pain and everything. Why is that when you run down a hill, but not when you run up a hill? Well, I don't know why, because it's associated with eccentric exercise. When you're untrained and doing eccentric exercises, they're correlated with muscle damage. The stopping motion causes a breaking in the legs. Yeah, and then they repair and remodel stronger and faster. So when you run flat and fast now, you should be faster than everybody else because you ran downhill, which, remember, the sum of the force is stronger going down than going up. The sum of the force, you can handle more force going down than you can handle going up because it'll exhaust you. It makes you it exhausts you from lifting a heavy weight like bench pressing, what you do in that room over there. It's actually exhausting to push the weight upward. But when it comes down, the force comes down a lot harder, doesn't it? That's why people die, because they're weak. The force coming down lands on their chest and breaks their sternum. Why is that? Because they're weak. So you're going to say, but I'm strong because I can bench press it in the opposite direction because I'm VeganGains. I can do concentric exercise with 400. But if that 400 comes down and you're not strong enough to handle it and it crashes on your chest at some point, yeah, because you may have caused, and at some point you may have exceeded that, how should I put it, that maybe the rep range, you never did it before, you were unaccustomed or untrained doing it, and so you added another extra 2-3 reps, and that caused the muscle to cause a micro injury to it, a damage to it. Because remember, untrained, what's a familiar form of untrained muscles? They get damaged. So if they're untrained to doing, let's say, I don't know, 10 repetitions, you're always doing, like, let's say you're doing 1 rep all the time, right? So you're accustomed to doing that 1 rep. What if you do it for 5 reps? Now you're unaccustomed to doing that. Well, and remember, it's the eccentric exercise coming down. What if on the last rep it crashes on your chest and fucking kills you because you caused a micro injury? The micro injury happened on the 2nd rep, and then you kept repping it, and the micro injuries got worse when you got to the 5th rep with 400 pounds. And now, as it was coming down, it landed on your sternum because you got weakness. You got weakness, stiffness, a whole bunch of stuff. You got loss of force capacity because you have injuries now. You have injuries to the muscle fibers, you dumbass. Get it? So are you stronger than that way? No. So what I say is, if people run downhill, they can be the fastest man in the world if they practice at running downhill. The harder the slope of the hill, the more adaptations you can get in damage. Therefore, if you run flat and fast, you're able to beat any runner out there because you have gotten more adaptations in the muscle fibers than anybody else. Remember, muscles only grow in an adaptation, but once they get adapted, they're protected. So if you run at 90 degrees, and then it adapts by repairing and remodeling stronger, it's resilient from further assaults. Now doing the same bout, going 90 degrees, you're now stronger at running at not 90 degrees. So you can start with 40, 50, 60, 70 and get to 90. So you can eke out as many adaptations running down a hill in the stopping motion. Because remember, flat and fast, 100 meters when you're running fast, it's your body is trying to stop you. That's why nobody can exceed the 8-second limit or whatever. There's somebody out there there is the fastest man out there. They just haven't found him yet. You're going to say, well, Bolt is the fastest man in the world. He is. In the current moment, he's the fastest. But there's somebody out there that's faster that hasn't done those. They haven't done those movements. They haven't gotten more adaptations. Get it? That's why people fail in gyms to build any muscle. You don't build muscles in gyms. They damage and then they repair and remodel, donating their nuclei, the satellite cell, to support further muscle growth because they synthesize protein, dumbass.
This guy does not know how fucking research is conducted.
However,
No, he pretty much knows. He's older than you. He's a lot smarter than you. You're young and stupid.
what many don't know, and as this study is still frequently cited, is that this result was simply a product of the country that that guy chose. If that guy would have chose different.
Yeah, so he didn't read
That's true. He did choose those countries. When they went to look at his research papers, they found the truth. He was hiding it.
the study. Ansel Keys chose those
And they found out that he was paid off. Remember that? He took money from them to do these things. He took money.
7 countries because they kept adequate mortality statistics. He specifically mentioned all the countries that he excluded for the reasons that they did not keep accurate mortality.
I think India is like a vegan type of country, right? They still eat some meat. Very little, though. I think they were saying something about 3 kilograms of meat per person for an entire year, but whatever. The point is, they're the most unhealthiest nation in the world, this India, which is a vegan type of nation. They die young and they have the highest diabetes rate because plants. Where are they getting these diabetes? Why do they have the highest diabetes? Where is it coming from? I know. They're eating the cow in the street, right? No, they're not eating meat, though. They're vegans, right? See what I mean? A lot of bullshit here.
Statistics. So why would he conduct a study that has bad data? Does that make sense? Why would you study a
Bad data. Why would you study bad data? He's not studying bad data.
country like Mexico when at the time they
Why are you getting so fucking angry, you piece of shit? Because he's coming out with the truth because you're a fucking asshole?
did not keep they literally did not track heart disease.
Look, here's the thing. You can call everybody else a name, right? But you don't like when people call you a fucking asshole and a piece of shit. Because you're fucking putting out misinformation. You want to scare people, fucking. You want to terrorize them so they can fucking eat fucking poison all day and fucking die. Why don't you fucking eat that poison and die and save the planet? Do us a favor. Go eat that stuff, let it kill you, and save the fucking planet. How about that? And then we could get rid of these fucking farms and all this unnatural fucking shit.
Deaths. Would that be useful for him to include in the study? No. That's why he excluded them. You didn't read the study, and you're just making assumptions based on some stupid blog post somebody made because you're a fucking idiot. And on top of that, even when you include all those countries, you still see the association, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
different countries like Finland, Israel, Netherlands, Germany,
Oh my God.
Switzerland, France, and Sweden, the opposite would have been found. So he just chose the countries that aligned with his hypothesis. If he would have chosen those countries,
No. Again, you can...
You know that meat is anti-aging. Red beef is anti-aging. You can type that up too in Google. Science already tells you it prevents cancer. Red meat, they came out. They have a study on it. It was in the news, man. Red meat, fucking, it's associated with it prevents cancer, and it's also anti-aging because it has all the nutrients. It's not deficient in any nutrients. He just wants you to stop eating fucking cows because he's a cult leader. Get it? He's crazy, retarded, or whatever.
People have made adjustments to the data and included all those countries, and
He thinks he's gonna fucking save the planet. The planet is fucking massive, bigger than you. You're like a speck, a grain of sand on this fucking planet. The planet's been here for billions of years. It'll be here after us. The only thing you can save is nothing, not even your own life. So fuck off, man.
it still has the same linear
it
association.
wouldn't have showed up.
What, another one of these stories? This is the story of every single thing.
So fortunately, Kurt, it gradually became recognized that Ansel Keys did not accurately report the data he used to substantiate his arguments in the first half.
No, that's
Yeah, he committed fraud, and it was a conspiracy to commit fraud is what it is really. And then the rest is there's a new law, terrorism. He's terrorizing people. You terrorize people by giving out misinformation, scaring them, and then you get them to eat something that's toxic, and then it kills them. They can't figure out what's wrong with them after. They think this is normal responses in their body being sick and all that is normal. No, being sick and all that's not normal. Your unit dysfunctioning, your unit that you were given being dysfunctional is not normal. It's there to keep you alive. Why would it ever give you any disease? The word disease is just a word. It's not a disease. It's a malfunction in your programming in your body. Your body has a program called DNA. When the programming fucks up by being poisoned, by you poisoning it with these plants, like poison ivy, poisonous plants, whatever, it causes a malfunction in the DNA, in the code, and can't read it properly. So it starts putting out weird stuff, starts doing weird stuff. That's what happens.
It's not true. That's just some bullshit, stupid online bloggers say.
Place. For example,
Any proof?
recently, an unpublished 56-month randomized study of 9,423 adults living in state mental hospitals or nursing home, which made it possible to rigidly control their diets, that Keyes was the lead investigator on, was unearthed. So this guy Keyes did this study of 9,423 people in hospitals, and the
Yeah, okay, so I don't think Keyes was actually the lead researcher on the study. This came out recently.
Oh my God, here we go again.
It's literally the only randomized trial in existence that found replacing saturated fat with vegetable oil
Replacing saturated fat with what? Vegetable oil? What saturated fat with vegetable oil? You're saying they replaced one saturated fat with another saturated fat? What was that saturated fat that they replaced it with? Vegan goof. What saturated fucking fat did they replace it with? Are you saying animal saturated fat and then they replaced it with what? Plant oil saturated fat, you motherfucker?
increased the risk of heart disease. It's the only randomized trial out of hundreds. And it wasn't.
Didn't I just bring this up that plants have saturated fat in them? And so do animal products. But which one is unhealthy? Which one is healthy for you and which saturated fat is unhealthy? Well, it would be the plants that are unhealthy, would they? Because they're not natural. You understand? They're not natural, bro. They're processed. They process these things and then they give them to you and you eat them. And even if they're engineered, that's still not natural because they've been engineered, these plants and things, and they're engineering them. They make them, they're fucked up. And then you're eating it. It's the cause of everything. So stop lying, okay?
Published, and it was probably not published for a reason. There was likely
Yeah, because he got paid off by the industry, the vegan industry, the plant industry. Get it? Because it's big business. It's big business and big pharma too. They make these pharmaceuticals out of plants. And then the plants are found in your store made out of junk food. It's made out of chips, junk food, pizza, pasta. Fuck your Coca-Cola, all your drinks, all these chips, all these products in there. The bread and everything from the grains and all that. They're made from all this fucking fake food, man. It's made out of plants, bro. Get it? Fuck. The grocery store, the vegetables, the fruits. Fuck all of it. And all the processed food is made out of it. The dairy section, if you can call it dairy, I'm not really into dairy. Okay, I don't do dairy because after 2 years old, you shouldn't be doing any dairy. But as far as the meat section, and I'm not talking about processed meats because they got nitrates in them. Your plant shit is in our meat even, for fuck's sakes. So I have to go and look in the meat section where the meat is cut, and I want that meat. I want it to be without nitrates on it, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wash it off. But anyways, it's a very small section. The meat section is small. There's a bone. They don't throw away the bones. They don't throw anything away from the animal. Everything is there. They sell it. They sell the bones, this, that, the chicken feet, you name it. They sell everything. Okay. There isn't anything that's being discarded. Okay. And so it's a small section. You know, it's a small section. Most of the store is with all the fake food. The majority of the store, when I go there into these stores, these shopping centers, the majority is fake food. The smallest section would be the seafood and the meat section is the smallest section. And then there's a small section for like, dairy stuff, eggs and whatever, and milk and shit, like this dairy shit. So the rest is there's a section down there for fucking donuts, bread, and then they have more processed shit down there, meat, this, that, whatever, processed meats, a whole section there. More plants. Then they have ice creams, more plants made from ice cream, bullshit, whatever. And then they have these drinks, the whole rows of drinks, and then they have cookies, chocolates and shit and everything down the aisles. There's all these powders and things made out of plants, toxic powders and boom, that. It just goes on forever and ever and ever and ever, man. And then there's the raw vegetables, then the fruits, and blah, 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 blah. It goes on forever.
A high risk of bias in the study, and they just decided not to publish it. So
They had a high risk of bias, so they didn't want to publish it. Give me fucking break. Why didn't they just publish everything? Why not put it out there for the public to know? Because they were concealing it. That's why, you dumbass.
who cares? It's one study.
Of course, who cares about health, right? Just like Unnatural Vegan. She said, who cares if meat is healthy for you? And who cares if fish is healthy for you, right? Even though she said there was a study that came out and said fish is healthy for you. But who cares, right? Because the whole objective is to save the animals, right? We're going to save them from what? What are you going to save them from? What are you going to say? Oh, from us eating them. You're going to save us from eating them. Oh, I get it.
Cares?
So you're gonna save us from eating the animals, VeganGains? VeganGains is gonna save us. He's gonna save everybody, and then we're gonna just die, unfortunately. A very decrepit, painful and decrepit fucking death. We're gonna get cancer, being poisoned. The poisoning is gonna give us psoriasis, eczema, fucking boils, pimples. It's gonna fucking erode. Our teeth are gonna fall out. Our fucking sex drive is gonna be dead. We're gonna have poor sleep. We're going to have all kinds of problems. We'll become dysfunctional, weak, and fucked up like him and have surgeries, weak bones, suffer from osteosarcopenia, possibly get cancer, and who knows what else, man. Skin problems, wrinkly skin, yada, yada, yada. Getting poisoned every day, eating poisonous plants.
It's one study out of hundreds.
Study inconveniently found that replacing half of the animals, meaning saturated fats, they ate with vegetable oil, meaning corn oil, it lowered their cholesterol. So if you replace the saturated fat with corn...
Wait. They replaced the saturated fat with what? With plant saturated fat? See what I mean? Say it really how it is. I think this guy's not really, because he can't really visually see it, because I brought it up a while ago, right? Remember what I brought up? The saturated fat. So meat is saturated fat, but these plants also are saturated fat. And so which one is it? You understand me? Which one? He says saturated fat, but plants are saturated fat too. Are you talking about animal saturated fat?
oil, it lowers your cholesterol, but get this. And for every 30 points that their cholesterol dropped, their risk of death increased by 22%. So lowering your...
Yeah.
Yeah, so lowering the animal saturated fat, yeah, I would believe would increase your risk of dying. It's the plant saturated fat, low lipid. When you eat it, that's gonna kill you.
So that's only one study. That was, by the way, never published. So,
But it's a study, though. But his point is it was never published. But it's a study, though, isn't it? But it is a study, though, isn't it?
we're just going to ignore the hundreds of other randomized trials that found
Doesn't matter. It's a study, you motherfucker. It's a test. That's what they found. That was a finding. They made a finding, you fuck. Fuck off.
saturated fat is linked with increase in cholesterol.
Yes, plant cholesterol is associated with fucking death.
Heart disease. Is that how that?
No, plant cholesterol is associated with heart disease. Yes. Yes. It destroys you, it kills you.
Works. It's funny because he just accused Ansel Keys of cherry picking.
No, because he didn't because they want people to die, you fucking idiot. They're paid off by the elites. These slaves, they're stupid. You understand me? They're stupid. They get paid off, you dumbass. They want people to die. They've wanted them to die already for such a long time. They've been slowly killing people, reducing the population. You just don't know it. They're doing it now all the time. There's an English doctor who's concerned about it. He says nobody's concerned. People are dying, young people. A bunch of stuff is going on out there.
And he is now cherry picking.
Cholesterol, according to this...
Holy fuck, he's not cherry picking. He wants to introduce you to the study that exists, you fuck.
Doesn't make you less likely to die, which roughly translates to 1% drop in cholesterol, raising the risk of death by 1%. So for roughly every
Yeah, I know what it wasn't based on plant cholesterol. It was based on animal cholesterol. I know because I read it, I saw it. They was hiding it from everybody. All right? It makes you healthy. Animal cholesterol makes you healthy. Plant cholesterol is associated with death.
1% you drop your cholesterol, it raises your risk of death by 1%. So
Okay, so here are
Yeah, if you lower your cholesterol from animals, then your risk of death goes up. I've already talked about this in all my videos already recently, and so that's what happens. But when you eat plant cholesterol or fucking the shit from plants, bro, get it? Whatever the stuff that's in there, then you're fucked. Okay, you're gonna die.
the things that raise your cholesterol, so here's the things that raise your cholesterol. If cholesterol is good for you and it lowers your risk of death, you can logically assume anything that raises your cholesterol will lower your risk of death. Inactivity raises your cholesterol.
Didn't I say that in my last video? And even on vegan, that unnatural vegan, I said that. I even said that in my other videos with Blaha and all them. I said low cholesterol is associated with cardiovascular disease and heart attacks. Low cholesterol. And if it gets too low, you fucking die. You die, bro. You dead.
So don't exercise, sit on the couch, do nothing.
What is this? Don't exercise. You can go outside, you can walk, you can go hunting like you would normally go, or fishing. Yeah, in nature. You can go out for hikes, you can do a bunch of stuff. What is this exercise stuff? You're on drugs. That's why you want to go to the gym and lift weights like a fucking asshole, because you're fucking drugged up. You're a fucking maniac. You understand me? You can't wing off drugs, bro. You're fucking stuck on them, these plant drugs. Get the fuck off them. Become a normal person for one time in your life. Go eat, as a carnivore, go eat meat and find out for yourself what it's fucking like to be normal. But you'll never find out. You want to know why? Because you don't have any experience. You never experimented with any of these things long enough to fucking find out. You've never experimented long enough with anything to find out what the outcome was. I have. I experimented with all these foods, especially during COVID. I had a chance. There was a couple years there gone, 2-3 years, bro. I don't know what the fuck you've been doing, eating the same stuff day in and day out. Even your exercises are foolish. You just do the same shit in and out. You don't have any experience. That's why you don't know anything. You don't even know where to look for the answers or how to explain it properly. You're so dumb.
Nothing all day. That will raise your
What a fucking dummy, man. You're the dumbest fucking person on the internet. Fuck me.
cholesterol, and presumably
Look, how can I have a debate with a fucking asshole as stupid as you? I will crush you. I've already crushed you in my videos. I've already explained how I would win the debate. It's really simple. You want to release the animals. You say that there's farms, there's animals. You don't like them, right? You want them to be running around, roaming. You want to save them. Okay, let them go in the forest. Now your farms, they have to be closed down. Your plant farms, you can't have them either. We'll close both farms. We'll close the animal farms and we'll close down the plant farms. So no animal farms, no plant farms. Only animals that exist are out there in nature in the forest. Now go out in nature in the forest and go find your vegan fucking diet, you piece of shit.
reduce your risk of dying. Being obese raises your cholesterol.
Do not listen to this motherfucker. He doesn't know anything about medical. He's not a doctor. He's making shit up. It's to terrorize you and scare the fuck out of you so you die.
About roughly every pound of fat you gain around half a point to a point to your serum cholesterol score. So if you're 100...
Every pound of triglyceride you gain what? Well, did you forget about glycogen in the sarcoplasm? You can load a lot in there. A lot of steroid people get a lot of that fake muscle look. Your muscles can load a lot of glycogen. Read, it's in science. I already did it on my channel. I'm not doing it for you, motherfucker.
pounds overweight, your cholesterol score might go up by 50 to 100 points. So being overweight reduces your risk of dying because it increases your serum cholesterol score.
No, it doesn't. if your meat doesn't make you overweight. Listen to me. As a carnivore, you eat meat. It doesn't make you overweight, you stupid ass. You stupid asshole. Fake food that you're fucking eating makes you overweight, you fucking dumbass. How the fuck can eating meat and fish make you overweight? You fucking dumb piece of shit.
Saturated fat.
You're all over the place. You're between saturated fat animal, fucking. There's saturated fat in fucking plant foods. But we don't eat plants. We're carnivores. We eat meat. But you want to compare the two. Are you comparing the two or are you going for one? Which one fucking is it? Make up your mind.
Obviously raises your
Listen,
serum
why don't you fucking make up your mind, dude?
cholesterol. Dietary cholesterol raises your serum cholesterol. So steak.
Oh, yeah, fuck off, man. This is fucking, I fucking hate making these videos because this is the reason why. Because you get these people that are so fucking dumb. How the fuck can I debate anything with him? He has to be right about everything, giving out misinformation. You understand me? How the fuck can you argue with somebody that is so dumb?
Eggs, butter,
Whatever.
cheese.
Yeah. Yes. All these natural foods, they're all bad for you. Yes. They have cholesterol in them. Yes, and?
Fried foods, donuts, all that shit.
Wait. He went from animal food and then he went to fake food. Donuts and fucking pizza shit, whatever. Fake food. He's trying to compare the two. They're not the same, you motherfucker.
It is going to raise your serum cholesterol.
Listen, you motherfucker. If your cholesterol is raised eating fucking natural animal foods, they're not the same as plant foods, you piece of shit.
McDonald's, that all raises your cholesterol. So I guess
Yeah, but one raises it badly, you fuck. The plant ones, they raise it, it's bad for you. The animal one is not bad. Get it, dude? You fucking understand?
McDonald's is good for you. I guess steak.
What in McDonald's would make it good for you, you fuck? What would make it good?
Eggs, butter, cheese.
Yes, eggs, butter, and cheese. Those are animal products. Yes, what about them? They have cholesterol in them.
Lard.
Yes, they're healthy for you. They used to make... The McDonald's stock went down because they made French fries in lard, you piece of shit. They don't make it there anymore. That's why I never go there. When I was a kid, I loved it because they made it in lard. Now they make it in seed oils. What kind of saturated fat is that? The seed oil saturated fat.
That bacon, that's all good for you because it raises your cholesterol, and cholesterol is protective.
Yeah. Animal fat raises your cholesterol. It's protective. Animal. Not plant, you piece of shit.
This guy, eating zero fiber. Fiber lowers your cholesterol. So
No, it doesn't. Fiber doesn't lower your cholesterol. You can hold up to 40 pounds of fiber inside your body because they make rope out of fiber, dude. You can't digest fiber, you piece of shit. You can't digest cellulose. Type it in Google. Humans cannot digest cellulose. Fuck off, man. Christ.
I guess fruits and vegetables are bad for you now because they lower your...
Fruits and vegetables don't exist. They only exist on these fucking imaginary farms that you keep creating. These fucking weird fruits and vegetables, you piece of shit. Well, let me show you an apple tree I have up north. You gonna fucking eat that? Fucking sour. The fucking, what do you call them? The deer eat them. Well, they're not for human consumption. It's so sour, you fucking take one bite and throw it. Chuck it. The fuck are you talking about?
cholesterol, which causes you to die. So if you eat it...
Yes. If it has cholesterol, these plant foods, and you eat that cholesterol and it's raised, you will die. Get it?
diet that has zero fiber in it, no fruits and vegetables.
You don't eat fiber. You can't digest it. You aren't a cow, you stupid fucking idiot. You are not a cow. Christ, man. What the fuck? You make it sound like we're fucking, like you're trying to make us out to be cows, like we have to sit there and graze all day on grass. No wonder why you're so hungry all the time, you vegans. I gotta have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, dinner, lunch, a supper, dinner, snacking.
If you eat tons of meat, steak, eggs, butter, cheese, these really high fat...
I don't know about cheese. I'm not really into cheese. Maybe butter. And then just, steak and eggs and whatever else. I'm not really into eggs either. I'm more into what I'm supposed to eat, beef as a hunter. Meat, beef, and maybe some seafood. You can eat that.
saturated fat and cholesterol foods. Apparently, that's good for you if you don't exercise.
That's right. That's really good for you. And I found that I don't need to exercise. I don't need to be, not exercise. I don't need to be a slave, a lifting slave. I don't need to be an exercise slave. Get it? Yeah. I feel super fine. Actually, I move like an 18-year-old again. That's what I noticed. The more I eat, the more beef I eat and the seafood, I found I'm more functional now. My mitochondria, my body, I get up fast, I move fast, I run fast. I can do a bunch of stuff like a person that I don't have to do all those things. Like when I was young, I had the energy, the strength, the speed, like I was a young person again. All my power has come back. I have power. So I don't know what you're talking about.
That's good for you. If you're overweight, that's good for you now.
No, if you're overweight, that is not good for you because animal products do not make you overweight, you piece of shit. It's your fake vegan diets.
So again, this is just the retardation you get from Jimmy Dore.
Holy crap. This is the fucking mental illness that you get from VeganGains. This is fucking, he's fucking out to lunch, bro. He really wants to terrorize you people, make you believe in fantasy things that animal products are unhealthy, which are natural, that don't have any toxins in it. But these toxic foods that, apparently they must be so healthy for you because they're so toxic, they're so healthy for you. These plant toxins from the plants.
Kid Jew donated $2. Let me see.
Hey, a slave just donated another $2 to his cause.
That was very gay. Thank you for that. I appreciate the donation, Kid Jew.
What I'm hearing, what this is saying, I'm not saying it, what this is saying is that this study that was never published says that lowering your cholesterol is actually bad for you.
Well, thank God they take their time with vaccines and really do a thorough job because this is scary.
Likewise, recently, one of the most prestigious medical journals in the world.
So apparently one random study that was never published is the highest form of all scientific evidence that completely negates all other research.
No, he didn't say that. He says there's a study there. Are you saying that this study's fake? Is that what you're saying, VeganGains? Is that what you're trying to say? That this study doesn't hold anything? Because there's a study there, though, right? We have to investigate it. It exists, though, doesn't it? See what I mean?
Published internal sugar industry documents. Internal sugar industry documents. They showed the sugar industry had used bribes.
What?
To make scientists place the blame for heart disease on fat, so young kids' work would not threaten the sugar industry. You're kidding. Scientists are just as corrupt.
Great. So none of that is evidence that's...
Yeah, they replaced, look, in McDonald's, all these fast food restaurants, they've replaced all the lard and tallow, which was healthy for you because it has minerals and vitamins and vitamin D. They were healthy, plus make the food more tasty. It was made in animal fat. They replaced it with seed oils. Now everybody's unhealthy and they're getting more and more unhealthy faster. They're coming out all of a sudden. Kids are having heart attacks at 16, 15. Their heart attacks, the rates in young people have gone up. Deaths have gone up recently, a lot more than before, because they're promoting more of these seed oils. That's what they want. They want you to die. Then they want you to eat more of these toxic foods. They're toxic. Seed oils are not only will they raise bad, like this saturated fat. It's bad saturated fat. It's not good saturated fat from animal. It's bad saturated fat that'll hurt you. It's also toxic. There's a line of molecules, toxicity that's in it. These molecules, they're in it. They're in there. And it's a known fact in science. It will tell you that molecules, they don't even know how, but molecules can pass right through you, can literally go right through a glass and go through the other side. And they don't know how it does that. Yeah, they don't know how these molecules are able to pass right through you. That's another interesting thing.
Saturated fat does not cause heart disease. These
Plant saturated fat causes heart disease.
accusations were made in the 1960s. So guess what? Heart disease is the most well-researched.
Yes, animal fat does not cause heart disease. It repairs your body because your cells are made out of this saturated fat, this stuff. It's made out of cholesterol. All your cells are made out of cholesterol, saturated fat.
Health issue because it kills so many people. So
Yeah, the plant saturated fats kill a lot of people. And ever since we started eating more of them, it started killing us even more. We're dying. Yes, yes, vegan fart.
who cares? That's great. There are many more studies published after this.
So, but you don't care that people are dying eating these plant drugs, saturated plant fats and shit. So that's okay, right? So you want to save the animals, but you don't want to save humans, right? So what if there's no more humans left? We all die eating these plants. What happens when there's only a handful of people left? Should we continue on the fake diet, vegan slave? Is that okay? Is that okay that, people start dying because you want to save these so-called animals and they don't need saving because they'll be here, they're around, they'll create more animals. See what I mean? But we'll be unhealthy because we can't access the animals what we're supposed to eat as carnivores. Like you denying lions to eat, them being carnivores, eating their diet meat. You're going to start introducing them and feed them a vegan diet? They're going to die. They will eat it. Eventually, they'll start starving and they'll probably try and eat it. And they will eat it and then they'll die. See, even lions are smart enough not to eat carnivore animals because they know they're putrid. They'll make them sick. They have worms and shit in them and fucking viruses and bacteria and shit. They have fucking, what do you call it? They have parasites in them.
I'm
As every other motherfucker in any other place in the world. Yet, however, despite a significant amount of data that now shows lowering cholesterol is not associated with a reduction in heart disease, the need to lower cholesterol is still a dogma within cardiology.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Lowering animal cholesterol is a bad thing. It should be sky high. But you shouldn't be eating any plant cholesterol. Yes. Yes. Yes, Jimmy.
The reason cardiologists recommend lowering cholesterol is because that's what all
Plant cholesterol. They suggest you lower you stop eating plant cholesterol, but animal cholesterol is associated with longevity in centenarians, like I read you before.
the evidence shows. Literally all of it.
All the evidence points at animal cholesterol is the healthiest cholesterol for you. Now, if you're getting your cholesterol from plants, it's unhealthy for you, you dumbass.
So if you go to your doctor and your cholesterol's through the fucking roof,
Yeah, but he doesn't. Hold on.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, get fucked, eat.
Hold on, but he doesn't know he doesn't know if it's from plant or animal, you motherfucker. He just says, look, I see the cholesterol is really high. But he doesn't know if it's from animal or fucking plant. You understand me? He doesn't give a shit because they have miscrewed. They have miscrewed the study, you fuck. You understand me, you motherfucker? You have plant cholesterol and animal cholesterol. What if I'm eating both? Which one is contributing to the fucking problem, you piece of shit? Get it? He doesn't know. He's just a doctor, you fuck. He thinks they told him because they did a study, the plant cholesterol is bad for you. That's what they found out. See what I mean? So let's say you're eating meat and your cholesterol is high, but that's associated with good health. Well, your doctor doesn't know that because they told him, oh, just high cholesterol is bad for you. They didn't say which one, you fuck.
McDonald's, eat steak, eggs, butter, cheese.
fuck off
Don't
already.
exercise, avoid fruits and
Christ, can you fuck off already, you slave?
vegetables, and you'll die. So
You're so fucking, you know what? You're so dumb, man. You're so fucking dumb. It's incredible how dumb you are.
show everybody
How the fuck can I debate you? You're so dumb.
how much of a big brain genius you are. Telling us all how the cholesterol thing is all a scam, and then you can just die.
It is a scam because you're misconstruing two cholesterols with each other. One is healthy, the other one is not. See what I mean? And they're putting them together, they're categorizing them together, saying that it's bad for you. What the fuck?
You have a heart attack or stroke.
I had a doctor try to get me on statins to lower my cholesterol. I refused it. Before I read this article, I knew what to stay away from statins.
Hold on. Yeah. Jimmy, if you're getting your cholesterol from animal products, natural products, I'm not talking about these fucking processed meat stuff, okay, and your cholesterol is high, it's associated with health. But if you're eating fucking plants with cholesterol in them, then yes, It's bad for you, Jimmy. Get it? That's the problem. That's what they're not explaining to you. You don't even know how to read the study properly. Nobody does. Not even VeganGains, nobody. That's why he hid the study. He's talking about cholesterol, plant cholesterol, and then animal cholesterol. That's why they replaced it. That's cholesterol. The what do you call it? Lard and tallow that they used in these restaurants like KFC, McDonald's, and whatever, these fast food places, they replaced them with seed oils. And so now people are suffering. They have high cholesterol from the seed oil, but that high cholesterol from seed oils, it's a type of, I think, low lipid, they call it, or something, low lipid. It's bad for you, and it's associated with everything bad. Okay, dude? And they have it misconstrued.
You're gonna die sooner, so we won't have to deal with your horse shit anymore.
I don't know. Is he vegan slave? Is his cholesterol from the plants or from the fucking meat, you moron? You retard?
For example, how many of you have heard of the 1986 study which was published in The Lancet, which concluded during 10 years of follow-up from December 1st, 1986 to October 1st, 1996, a total of 642 participants died? For each 1 mmol increase in total cholesterol corresponded to a 15% decrease in... So if you increase the...
Listen, that was an old study at the time when people were eating meat. See what I mean? So I'll explain this. So at the time back then, they were still eating meat. When this Keys guy, when he did the studies, people were eating meat. You understand me? But he knew about plant cholesterol as well. He knew that they started introducing these plant cholesterols. That's what they wanted to do. So he tried to make a study and try to tell you that it's unhealthy. Cholesterol is unhealthy for you. But they were associating that cholesterol, the plant cholesterol, with the meat, with the animal cholesterol. Get it? That is absolutely the opposite. Animal cholesterol is healthy for you.
Yeah, so that is not true. He's making this up. I'm assuming that...
No, you're making it up, VeganGains. It's true. It's true. I'm not making up anything.
This is something from like the Framingham study where they found elderly people when they had a decrease in their total cholesterol, they had a increase in mortality.
Yes, when they had a total decrease, a total increase in eating animal products, they had an increase in longevity, mortality when it was low, and mortality when they ate plant cholesterol and it was high.
That's reverse causation. Diseases cause either through indirect or direct means can reduce your cholesterol score.
No, diseases don't exist. They're called metabolic disturbances. You're poisoning your body with these plant toxins, these plant foods. They're toxic. They're poisonous. Poisoning yourself. That's what's causing it.
And it's the disease that kills you, not the lowering of your cholesterol. So
no, it's the poisoning from the plants that kill you, that cause that metabolic disturbance. That's what kills you eventually. Doctor, every time I raise my arm, it hurts. Well, stop doing that. Doctor, every time I eat these plants, I get all these, I don't know, you call them diseases. I get psoriasis, I have these problems, whatever. Oh, stop eating that. And then guess what? It fucking goes away, you retard.
again, if you're this big brain genius who knows the earth is flat and cholesterol's...
I know. You think the earth is square, right? He thinks it's flat and you think it's square. And me personally, it's round, yeah. Because when I look up at the sky, if every other planet is round, this one must be round too, dumbass.
good for you. Eat steak, butter, cheese, don't take statins, kill yourself.
Yes, eat butter, cheese. I know. Eat plant toxins, right? Eat plant toxins all day, arsenic and cyanide and plant fucking cholesterols and shit and all that and die, right? Me personally, I'm going to eat fucking meat and seafood and some butter maybe, and I'm going to live forever, dude. Get it? I'm going to live really good and I'm not sick. And I'm never seeing the dentist ever again either. That's a good thing. Ever since I've gone back just eating pure meat like I've always done before in the past, I'm never going to see the dentist. I'm lucky I have all my teeth. I have hardly any fillings in my mouth. I think I have like in total, I think 2 fillings in my entire mouth. So no, three fillings. I have 3 fillings, and that was because later I had a problem with the fruit diet. It was causing problems. My teeth were sensitive, a whole bunch of shit. That all went away. My teeth have remineralized. They're really fucking tough and hard. I don't need to go to the dentist anymore. I never go to the dentist. I stopped going to the dentist now. It's been 2 years. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what VeganGains is talking about.
Cholesterol, it decreased their risk of mortality.
Wow, they knew this a long time ago, huh?
They knew this in 1996.
Well, it's good I'm hearing it now. I never watched my cholesterol.
Cool. So you cherry picked one study, and that debunks all of nutrition science. Okay.
Yes, it does. It does debunk all of nutrition science, that one study. The fact that that study exists debunks it. That's right. You're just jealous because it doesn't confirm your fake beliefs, and for your minions on the channel, this just destroyed their fake beliefs, dude.
Well, I guess I did go with
By the way, let me tell you something. I've been eating 3-4 tablespoons of butter for breakfast since, I don't know, 1999.
Smart. Animal products, dude. Good, healthy animal saturated fat. No plant saturated fats, dude.
And I don't watch any of my fat or anything. And I had my heart checked with echocardiograms and CTs and after my vaccine injury, and my cardiologist.
Echocardiograms and CTs don't measure arterial plaque.
Said you have 0 blockage. 0.
Yeah, those imaging techniques do not measure plaque.
No, the VeganGains has to promote vegan diet, so he has to promote that something natural, which is healthy for you, has to be bad for you. Get it? You understand? You understand what's fucking going on here?
So I don't eat a lot of sugar. One of the consistent patterns I've observed within medicine is that once a drug is identified that can beneficially change a number, meaning change the number of your cholesterol or your blood.
By the way, Jimmy Dore could conceivably be eating.
Here's the thing: if you're eating food and it has cholesterol in it, how does a statin lower the cholesterol? What is it doing exactly? How is it able to lower it? See, that's the question you have to ask yourself. Remember, these drugs are made from plants, and plants are toxic, and all drugs are made from plants, and all plants are drugs, and all plants are toxic. They can't remove the toxicity. So how is it able to lower the cholesterol in your body? How does it do that? Maybe it's the medicine that's killing you because you're poisoning yourself with it. It's poison. You're eating poison. You know, it's like, you know, they try to poison you with like, what is that? Radiation therapy to get rid of cancer. Like, let's use one poison to treat another thing that is being created by poison. So you poison yourself with these toxic, poisonous foods, right? The slave food. And then you go to your doctor and they give you another poison called medicine, these pills. And then you use one poison to counteract the other poison that you're being poisoned with to stop it. What the fuck? That's fucked up. That's retarded, dude.
A lot of butter and high saturated fat foods.
Yeah, high animal saturated fat foods, you fuck. You stupid fucker. That's why he's not fat, and that's why I'm not fat.
May have a gene that causes him to have very low.
Holy fuck, now he has to make up an excuse. He may have a gene. I just love it. Anything to dispute the study because it goes against everything he believes in. Vegan SLAV, believe. I love that word, believes in, because beliefs are fake. Get it, vegan? This report, real, test, real. It's not based on beliefs, you motherfucker.
Cholesterol levels. So if he got any actual imaging done that directly looked at the plaque in his arteries and there was 0, it's conceivable that he just has really good genes for
Man, can you go and fuck yourself, man? Go fuck off, man, you piece of shit.
preventing heart disease, and he might have.
Fuck, you know what? I'm so fucking sick of you. Why the fuck is your fucking problem, you piece of shit?
Low cholesterol. That's not representative of most people, however. So, again, show your cholesterol score, and then
Yeah. His cholesterol score is based on animal products, you fuck. It isn't based on eating plant fucking cholesterol, you piece of shit.
Show us the imaging that actually looked at the atheromas in your artery or lack.
Look, show me anybody that lives long eating plant cholesterol, and I'll show you handfuls of centenarians and everybody else and is associated with longevity having high cholesterol, eating animal products, you piece of shit, you.
Thereof. And then maybe you'd have a point, but he didn't do that.
Pressure. That
He doesn't have to do that, you fucking dumbass. Fuck off.
medical practice guidelines will gradually shift to prioritizing treating that number, and before long, rationales will be created that require more and more of the population to be subject to that.
By the way, he did say his doctor recommended statins to him, so he probably doesn't have low.
Yeah, of course he'd want to recommend. He's not on statins, he said, you piece of shit. But yeah, why would they recommend him take statins? He's not eating plant cholesterols. Oh, because they associate high cholesterol, they've associated it all being bad. Is that it? So whether you're eating animal or plant, it's bad for you. What the fuck are you trying to say, vegan slave? What are you saying here exactly?
Cholesterol, if they're recommending a statin, he has high cholesterol.
In the case, in the case
He's not on any statins, you piece of shit. Stop making up excuses. Statins, he has a gene. Yeah, what's next, dude? What the fuck is next?
of statins, Kurt, prior to their discovery, it was difficult to reliably lower cholesterol. But once they hit the market, statins, research rapidly emerged stating that cholesterol was more and more dangerous, and hence the more and more people needed to be on statins. So once statins hit the market, they went.
Yeah. It's more and more dangerous because they're eating all their foods, their fast foods that they're eating is filled with these fucking seed oils, which are high in cholesterol, get it? Which is bad for your health. That's why they want to put you on these statins. It's a business. They're going to make money. They make money off you getting sick and being unhealthy. They can't make money off of you if you're healthy, and especially if you're eating healthy food. How the fuck can any of these industries survive on people eating eating the food that they're supposed to and not being sick, you dumbass? Like VeganGains, he's sick in the brain. He's a sick person. You understand me? He doesn't know real from fake. He thinks fake is real. He's a fucking maniac. He's a sick maniac.
Out and created these studies that said cholesterol is really dangerous, and you got.
No,
They should say, whoa, the plant cholesterol, no, animal cholesterol is really dangerous. You should be eating plant cholesterol. That's more healthy for you. Because that's what they said. That's what they told us. When they started putting the seed oils in all these fast food restaurants, they convinced us that animal cholesterol was bad for us. But they never told you that the plants have cholesterol in them. Get it? They didn't tell you that there's cholesterol in plants. They just tried to instigate. They try to brainwash us to convince us that animal products are high in cholesterol. Get it? And so that's unhealthy for you. So we're going to replace it with seed oils. But they never told us that plants had cholesterol in them. Nobody knew that plants have cholesterol in them. And so their cholesterol went really high eating these plant seed oils in these fast food restaurants. And now people are getting sicker more than before. So then they give you a statin to lower it, get it? And then you die because low cholesterol and the wrong cholesterol too at that. You're gonna die anyways because the cholesterol is unhealthy. Plus they're giving you a statin lowering it and you're completely fucked, get it? You're completely fucked up, bro. You're just losing a losing battle. It's a losing battle.
studied serum cholesterol and its relationship to heart disease. They saw that cholesterol.
Again, which one, vegan slave? Which one? Animal or fucking plant?
Was definitely related to heart disease.
Which one, you piece of shit? Can you fucking tell us?
So they focused on nutrition and lifestyle management for reducing heart disease risk. One of the largest studies to do this was the MRFIT screening study. There was over 300,000 participants. They found a log linear relationship between cholesterol and heart disease. So they tried to get people to...
Yeah, they found a correlation between between plant cholesterol and heart disease. You get it, man? You fucking understand now, you dumbass? You fucking dummy.
to lower saturated fat in their diet.
You dumb. Do you understand, you dumb?
They got them to eat more vegetables. They got them to exercise.
What? They have cholesterol in there, and they got them to eat more cholesterol from plants? What the fuck? They got them to exercise. This is even worse. If you are eating a bad, unhealthy diet and you exercise, you're making yourself, you're going to die. Exercise accelerates, it increases metabolic rate. That's why small animals, they have a high metabolic rate. They die early. You want a low metabolic rate so you live longer and healthier. You don't want high metabolic rate. You don't want to exercise your heart and shit. You don't want to get damaged, especially the damage you're already getting from these plant seed oils and shit, cholesterol. Give me a fucking break, dude. What are you talking about? That's associated with poor health now. You're fucking destroying yourself. Fuck off. Fuck off.
As
Man.
more, they also tried to get them to quit smoking. And guess
Well, yeah, smoking, I don't think smoking's good for you. You're probably going to advocate smoking is healthy too now. Holy shit.
what? That all lowered the risk of heart disease. When statins came on the market, they knew lowering
When did statins come on the market? They never existed before. We did fine without statins before. We had no problems. So what the fuck, dude?
cholesterol
Why is everybody dying now everywhere?
would reduce heart disease risk. These drugs also went through human trials. That's how they get approved. And they found, the first trials found that, yes, statins did indeed lower cholesterol. And
Okay. They lowered cholesterol. Plant cholesterols? Okay, and what about it? Or what about the people that are on animal cholesterol? Let's say they're on animal cholesterol and that's associated with longevity and centenarians. So they put you on statins now and you're healthy, you're on healthy cholesterol. What's that going to do to you? It's going to shorten your lifespan, you motherfucker.
they also reduced heart disease and recurrent events.
It reduced heart disease? No, I don't know anything about that. I don't think so. No. It didn't do any of that. You know what it did? It shortened their lifespan. They're all dead already.
And
The dead can't come back and complain.
since then, that has always been the finding.
The finding is that as soon as people are on statins, especially when they're eating normal animal cholesterol, which is associated with longevity and health, dude, they died. Yeah. So, but here's the thing: people that eat plant saturated fat, well, they have heart disease. They have heart disease and all these problems. They die. They get heart attacks and a bunch of shit right now. They're having all kinds of problems. The statins won't even save them, and they won't save them. It's associated with cardiovascular disease and heart disease, a bunch of bad things. The outcome is bad with these plant saturated fats.
That has never changed. You can't just create studies that are manipulated in a way to give you the outcome you want. If statin
Can't create studies to manipulate. They didn't manipulate anything here. Keyes made this study. Are you saying Keyes is a fraudster now? Are you saying he committed fraud? Is that what you're trying to say? He manipulated this or something? What are you saying exactly?
didn't work, that would show up in the data, you fucking idiot.
I lower it because we found a drug that lowers it.
Do you remember what's her name from Three's Company, that the Thigh Master? I saw
Yes,
Mary Kane talking
Suzanne
about
Summers.
You're like, yes, statins are good. And she was talking about blood pressure with him on
As you, would
Around that time.
as you would expect, similar increases also occurred in the United States. For example, in 2008, 2009.
Like, by the way, this doesn't even make any sense. He's saying the statin
No, nothing you say is making sense. Nothing you say makes sense, dude.
drugs are being pushed purely through profit with no evidence of efficacy.
Yes, they're being pushed through profit. They found a loophole. You understand me? They found that that plants have saturated fat, and so they're associating that with animal fat. But animal saturated fat is healthy for you. It's the plant one that's unhealthy for you. And so yeah, but they know that people are eating. There's still people eating animal fat out there. See what I mean? When you lower it, they die. They get whatever. They get fucked. They get fucked. You get it? It's to get rid of people. Whatever. I don't really care.
Okay, why don't they do that with literally every single drug? why don't they make drugs? Like, we have drugs that lower
know why you asked for
testosterone,
that.
like puberty blockers and shit. Why don't they
I don't know. Why don't you fucking go and ask them fucking? Why don't you fucking go there and fucking ask them why they don't make it, you piece of shit?
just diagnose that? Like, why don't they just tell every
Why do you think they're fucking not making it? Why the fuck do you think they're not making it, huh? Why should they fucking make it? Is there any profit in it for them, you piece of shit? They do things for money, for profit. Where the fuck are you being, you slave? You understand me? The elite people out there, the businesses, these corporations, they do things only if there's money involved. You worm, you fucking slave, you worm. You understand me, you worm?
buddy to take every drug
Christ.
for no reason and just come up with research?
Yeah, you don't need any drugs. The only reason you need them is because you're eating an artificial diet. It's not based on a natural diet. It's unnatural what you're eating as a carnivore. It's unnatural eating plants, dude. And so it's a business to make money, you fuck. Where the fuck have you been?
That supports it. It's just so stupid
You want to support it? Money. That's what supports it. Money.
what he's fucking saying. If this is how the fucking medical industry and pharmaceutical industry worked, why don't they just
Listen, why are you collecting rent? It's up to $80 now. Somebody's sending you money. Why do you need somebody to pay your rent? Why the fuck do you need it? Because you are doing it for money. Money.
try to make everybody take every drug for no fucking reason and just come out?
Yeah, that's the idea. To make them take a drug for no reason. You understand me? You understand me? Now, again, I don't know if plant saturated fat is unhealthy. What did they do a study on the differences between plant and animal saturated fat? Which one is unhealthy? Which one is healthy for you? As far as I know, animal saturated fat is healthy for you. That cholesterol is healthy for you. Now, I don't know anything about the cholesterol in plants, whether it's healthy or not. I don't know. The most long-lived people are people that eat meat, like fish and meat. They're the longest living people on the planet. I don't know anybody on a vegan diet that is considered a centenarian. Nobody. There's nobody that is long-lived eating a vegan diet. There's a vegan compilation out there. That's why they have vegan compilation. Okay, dude?
With bullshit studies that show it has some benefit.
12% of Americans over 40 reported taking a statin, whereas in 2018, 2019, that number increased to 35% of Americans are taking.
Yes, there's two reasons for that. One, the increase in obesity, and two, further research on cholesterol and its relationship to heart disease, and they found they needed to change the guidelines for cholesterol lowering because they weren't getting people's cholesterol low enough to prevent heart disease and prevent recurrent events. So that's why the guidelines changed and they started diagnosing more.
No, low cholesterol is associated with heart disease and fucking cardiovascular disease, fucking heart attacks, dude, and shit like that. And low testosterone. What are you talking about, man? Fuck. That's what it's associated with. That's why when people start eating meat again and they get off all these fake fucking foods that you keep feeding them, these fake artificial foods, when they go back to eating them as carnivores, go back to eating their food, meat, all of a sudden their cholesterol is high and their testosterone super high and everything else, bro. They're all healthy and everything. So what does that mean? Is all their experiences fake? Is that you're saying, VeganGains? Are you saying when everybody starts eating their natural diet again, meat as a carnivore, and everything reverses because they were, eating these fake diets, and everything reverses, what does that say exactly? If everybody's having the same experience, are you saying that's fake? Are you saying fake?
More people with hypercholesterolemia.
Taking statins. With just in 10 years. Given how much these drugs are used, it then raises a simple question. Well, how much benefit do they produce? Well, here,
You guys see their books and their pharmaceutical companies.
hold on to your balls. As it turns out, this is remarkably difficult to question. The question to answer. Why? Because they keep the data hidden, Kurt.
We're right there.
They don't keep the data hidden. This is
They do keep the data hidden. It's a known fact.
all public knowledge. You can look it up on Google.
Okay, then this is public knowledge. This exists. So why are you going against it, vegan slave?
because the published studies use a variety of confusing metrics to obfuscate their data. Nonetheless, when independent researchers looked at the published...
They don't use confusing metrics.
But how do you know that, vegan slave? Can you prove it? You're just talking. You're making up stuff. Can you prove what you say that they're doing that they're not doing that? Can you? No. So fuck off, all right?
They use things like relative risk, and that's very easy to...
How the fuck would you know? You fucking work there or something, motherfucker? Hey, motherfucker, you fucking work there in that fucking lab or something? You work with these fucking people? You are a worm. You don't work for anybody. You sit in a basement and asking for people to pay your rent, okay? They're paying your rent daily, making like weird fucking videos, pretending like you fucking know something. You don't know anything, fucking. How the fuck can you sit there with a straight face and pretend as if you fucking know something? Oh no, they don't do that. No. They don't do that. They would never do that because I'm there. How the fuck would you know that? Give me fucking break.
They'll even give you visual graphs so you can see
Oh really? They gave you visual graphs when you were there? You were there, right? You were working with them. They gave you visual graphs. Fuck off.
cholesterol, heart disease, and then you can see as cholesterol increases, heart
What can you see? Which cholesterol was being increased, you motherfucker? Which one?
disease increases. There's nothing
Yeah, so yeah, they increase. So when plant cholesterol increased, then diseases increased. But when animal cholesterol increased, no diseases. Is that what you're saying?
confusing about this. If you've
confusing
if you've passed grade 9, you would be able to understand any of this.
trials, which almost certainly inflated the benefit of statin therapy, they found that taking a statin daily
Really? Did you pass grade 9? Because it doesn't sound like it.
for 5 years resulted in you living, on average, 3 to 4 days longer.
What? How can I not be on it?
Sadder still, larger trials have found this minuscule benefit is only seen in men.
Not women?
In short, most of the benefit from statins is from creative ways to rearrange data and the cause of...
So that's not true. Men and women both benefit from cholesterol-lowering drugs. That's just completely and utterly false.
death, not any actual benefit.
This sounds like misinformation.
In circumstances like these, where an unsafe and ineffective but highly lucrative drug may be sold, the next step is typically to pay everyone off to promote it. I wonder, did that happen during COVID? I don't know.
No.
For example, to quote Chapter 7 of Doctoring Data,
I believe that.
So here you go. Association between lowering LDL-C and cardiovascular risk reduction
Brother.
among different therapeutic interventions, systematic...
Here we go, Dr. fucking VeganGains. Dr. Vegan. Calling Dr. Vegan. He's gonna fucking tell us how it works. Holy shit, okay.
review and meta-analysis.
Yeah.
So this is looking at all methods of lowering cholesterol. So this can be from statin trials.
Again, what type of cholesterol, you slave? Which one? From plants or animals, you motherfucker?
PCSK9 inhibitors, diet, nutritional intervention, all that crap. All methods of cholesterol lowering result.
All methods of cholesterol lowering. So you're saying they're combining animal with plant, which plants are associated with fucking disease? So what the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
In lower heart disease risk and events.
Look, man, as far as I know, plant cholesterol is associated with heart disease. Animal cholesterol is not associated with heart disease, you dumbass. You understand me? It's associated with high testosterone. It's associated with many good benefits. It has healing. It has healing properties too in your body. Fixes your heart and a bunch of stuff, you dumbass.
Across all methods of cholesterol lowering. And
My cholesterol is through the roof, and my testosterone is like, at my age, 57, is like 1,200. Cause my doctor's like, what are you doing? Nothing. Going to the buffet, eating like fucking for 4 hours straight, eating meat. 4 hours straight. Steaks. Very rare. Very, very almost raw steaks there. I just tell them to put on for half a minute on each side. It's practically raw. I make a lot of videos every day eating at the buffet. And I had some seafood in there too. So I'm eating a lot. So I'm not having any of that. I'm getting better and healthier because that's what animal products are associated with, health, because that's our diet. Meat, as carnivores, that's our diet, meat. Not these fake diets. Yeah.
the the degree of efficacy from these treatments is dependent on how low you can lower someone's cholesterol. So if cholesterol wasn't causally related to heart disease risk, please explain this data, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, because they're eating plant cholesterol.
Like, what a jackass.
National Cholesterol Education Program has been tasked
You're an asshole. Fucking shut up.
by the National Institutes of Health to develop guidelines that everyone uses for
Donate $2. What?
Keys made this test when it was based when people were still eating animal products. They weren't eating fucking seed oils yet and weird fucking plant cholesterols, dumbass. McDonald's, I don't remember what year it was. Somewhere in the 90s, they started doing the seed oils, and that's when all the shit happened. Shit hit the fan. Somewhere in the 90s, I think it was the late 90s, just before the millennium. That's when I noticed it. I go, this doesn't taste the same. And everybody noticed the French fries didn't taste the same. And I didn't see the bucket on the floor anymore. The lard, they used to have a bucket of lard. They would throw it into the thing and they put the French fries in it. And then the bucket was gone. I saw them pouring some weird, like, yellowish fucking oil. My friend died. He was using seed oils, making French fries, his chicken. He was boiling everything in seed oils. And then he kept doing that. It was gross, smoking cigarettes, drinking wine, and fucking whatever. And within, I don't know, a year or 2 or 3 or something, he got fucking cancer and he died. So not only that, never mind fucking cardiovascular heart attack, it gave him fucking cancer and he died, bro. Get it?
Does he keep on saying these things but not go vegan?
Yeah, don't go vegan. It's fake.
The most impactful thing you can do to reduce your personal impact on the planet, shift to a plant-based diet.
Absolutely not. That will destroy the environment. That fucking destroys the environment. That destroys the planet. And that will destroy you. Here's the thing. I don't know about destroying the planet, but definitely if you go to a plant-based diet, it will destroy you. It definitely is going to shorten your lifespan. You're going to destroy yourself. You may cause permanent damage to your mitochondria or you, and then there will be no going back from that permanent damage, and you'll be carrying it until you die, and it will shorten your lifespan. If you damage your mitochondria, if they become damaged to the point where they're fibrotic, like they're unfixable, they're trying to fix themselves, but they're in a perpetual thing, a loop of like trying to fix, and they're not fixing. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Many people die, man, because of that. Because of these plants, they're so toxic and they're so fucked. They're so fucked, bro. They'll fuck you so bad. You'll die. And this is a piece of shit promoting it. Leonardo DiCaprio. Shifting from animal protein to vegetable protein. There is no protein in vegetables. That's a lie. Animal protein, only animals are protein. They have amino acids, but they're incomplete, these plants. They don't have protein in them. That's bullshit. There's no protein. One of the most what they are is fiber. Meat's protein and plants are fiber. It's really simple. Someone can take to reduce their impact on climate. So I have to suffer, right? Listen to this fake slogan. I have to eat plants because they want to reduce the impact on the climate. And how do you reduce the impact on the climate? By reducing the population, the human population, by feeding them toxins all day. They know that plants are toxic. So if you eat something that's poisonous, you will die. And this will speed up your death. It'll speed it up a lot faster. So you set aside the animal products, which are actually sustaining you a little bit longer than usual. Go all toxic now, right? All poisonous, and you will die earlier, yes. And guess what? You'll have an impact on the climate, because I said this before. I said, if he wants to save the planet, VeganGains, then why doesn't he die? Just die, and you'll save the animals and the planet.
Well, you see, Leonardo DiCaprio is a selfish dickhead, and
Well, that I agree with. He is. He definitely is.
that's that.
He's not eating plants. He's eating meat. He's at home eating meat. He eats fucking the most expensive steaks and everything. He's got money.
But thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Treating cholesterol levels. Excluding the chair, who was by law prohibited from having financial conflicts of interest, the other 8 members, on average, were on the payroll of 6 statin manufacturers.
Oh, yeah.
In 2004,
That's a cool story. I love hearing cool stories. What the hell does that have to do with any data on cholesterol, statins, or heart disease prevention?
the NCEP reviewed 5 large statin trials and recommended aggressive LDL lowering for high-risk patients, primary prevention with lifestyle changes and statins. Well, if 6 of the 8 members were all on the payroll, if 8 of the members were on the payroll of 6 statin manufacturers, in 2005...
Prove there was prove that this bias was,
Can you disprove it, VeganGains? No. Can you prove anything you say? Not really. So, does it really matter?
bore out in the data. So,
You haven't proved that animal cholesterol is unhealthy for people. But the only thing you proved was plant cholesterol is unhealthy. Plants are unhealthy because they have cholesterol, so they're unhealthy for you.
Some of these studies show how the methodology was fucked up. He can't. Again, these are just stupid accusations.
Neither can you. You can't prove anything. You just make up stuff, too.
A Canadian division of the Cochrane collaboration, who were not paid off, reviewed 5 large statin trials. 3 were the same as NCEPs, while the other 2 had also reached a positive conclusion for statin therapy. That assessment instead concluded statins have not been shown to provide an overall health benefit in primary prevention trials.
Oh my God, we got
That
None of them do. They don't listen, man. They just deal with the symptoms, these doctors and these medications. They deal with symptoms. They don't cure you. They're not there to cure you. Why would they cure you? They're not going to make any money if they cure you. They do have cures for your problem. You want to know what the cure is? Just stop eating fake food. Eat what you're supposed to. And that's the cure. But why would they give you that cure? That cure is free. You understand me? When people discover it themselves, like Homestead guy and all that, upset because they discovered that the cure was what? Not eating any fake food. That's the cure. Doctor, every time I do this with my arm, move it up and down, it hurts. Well, stop doing that. Oh, it stopped hurting. Get it, bro? You understand me? When you stop doing that, it all goes away. That's the cure. How do you cure cancer? It's really simple. What was the cause of it? You were being poisoned. If you're being poisoned, if you stop eating poison, then it'll go away. Get it, man? Really simple. Look, what's causing diabetes? Sugar, right? High sugar contents, donuts and these fake foods. Okay, what's the cure? Stop eating it. And then your body will restore its own fucking insulin back to normal. See how simple that was? You understand me? When you're eating a lot of fructose and shit, and that's associated with dysfunctional mitochondria and shit and brain damage and all that. So what do you need to do to get rid of this brain damage and mitochondrial dysfunction, DNA damage and all that, blah, blah, blah? From fructose. It's really simple. Stop eating it. Get it? Stop doing that. And it'll go away. And if you don't want to be fucking brainwashed by VeganGains, don't watch him. And he'll go away. And stop paying his rent. And he'll go away. And get it? Because he won't see any money there and he'll go away.
is not true. Primary prevention trials show a huge benefit to statin therapy. This is, again, a complete lie.
Yeah, so why don't you go on statins? And if they're so good for you, VeganGains, you should go on statins. Go on them. Take them.
we got to pay those guys off.
That's
a terrible mistake. We have to pay these guys.
I mean, come on, they're good for you. They lower your cholesterol. They're gonna make you healthy. They're gonna make you live long and vibrant. Go and take them, dude. Come on.
Immediately.
So get this, the American College of Cardiology then made a calculator to determine your risk of developing a heart attack or stroke in the next 10 years based on your age, blood pressure, cholesterol level, and your smoking status. In turn, I've lost track of how many doctors I saw probably punch their patients' numbers into that calculator and then inform them that they were at a high risk of stroke or heart attack and urgently needed to start statins. Given that almost...
Yes, that's because it's supported by the data, you fucking idiot.
Yes, you fucking idiot. Supported by the data, bro. Come on. It's supported by the data. Something that's healthy for you, we need to lower it so you fuck off and die. Even though we don't know what cholesterol you're eating, if it's from plants or fucking animal, who gives a shit? Let's just classify it all as one. And let's give you these statins, okay?
I don't know if I can keep listening to this. This is just... like, we're done. I already debunked everything.
Yeah, he debunked everything. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we're back with Severage again in this shit.
It's just impossible. 99.99% of men on Earth will be way less attractive when they are 36.
Overall, so if you stay on your game,
Well, that's true. Especially if they eat a fake diet.
you're working out, and you're on top of your business, and you are on, you have ambition, you have
Yes, if you work out, then you will be more attractive. No, you will be less attractive because you will look even older.
confidence. A lot of that takes a lot longer.
That's right. If you work out, it ages you because accelerated aging ages your face. That's what it does. You're adapted now and you're trained. You're training to be a lifting slave.
For men to develop than it does for women to get to their point of sexual marketability. And so one of the things we always talk about in sort of mass of the red pill communities is that men must become women at the bar. So when women get to the point where it's like they're at age 3, that's when men want them the most. So that's number one, must become a woman.
But this is so delusional. There's no man on Earth who wants a woman who's 23. If they are 30, 40 themselves, then they may feel lucky if they get somebody who's
That's true. They don't want any of those women. They don't want any.
23. But if they would have a choice, no man on Earth would choose a woman who's 23.
Yeah, they want a young woman. They want a younger woman. 18 at least, minimum 18.
There's no
So Sparrow is a pedophile, and he is attracted to underage girls.
No, 18 is not underage. That's the normal age women and men were getting married at the time, 18. Yeah, that's the time when you have the most energy when you're young, you're strong, to have good healthy children. And not eating a toxic food diet to poison the child inside so it comes out like a mush puppet and to poison your brain and your body so it just gets destroyed.
And he projects his own feelings onto other people. So Sparrow,
No. You're just upset because he called you what you really are, a slave, and you're a vegan slave because you've slaved yourself to something artificial. That's what slavery means. You've slaved yourself to something. How can you do that? You're free. You're free. You're not a prisoner. You're not in jail. You're not a criminal. You're not a slave anymore either. So yeah, I mean you have been enslaved in this environment for sure. But there are some things that you can still move around and be free to do. You have choices. That's the thing. They give you a choice. You are slaved here for sure, but you have a choice as a slave. They've given you a choice. You can eat real food or you can eat fake food. They give you a choice. Yes, one is very addictive. That's the whole point. They will addict you to it. They'll knock you down for sure. But you're an adult now. You're not a child anymore. You can figure out on your own what you're supposed to eat. As a human being, you know what you should eat. Natural food and not fake food anymore because that'll destroy you. Look in the mirror. You're getting worse and worse. You're carrying a lot of fake muscle, sarcoplasmic and fat.
would probably want a girl who's like 8 years old to be his sex slave or something, because he's
Oh my God, here we go. Man, this is fucking, man, this is nasty. Now that's defamation of character, dude.
a sick, degenerate pedophile. Don't just care
Okay,
about
that is defamation, dude. I've never called you a pedophile, a sick pedophile. How would you like it if I called you a sick pedophile too? Would you like somebody to call you that? You have an OnlyFans fucking page, right? You have an OnlyFans page, flashing your dick there, doing a bunch of weird shit, bro. You're doing a lot of weird shit. So, seriously, what do you want people to call you those names? Come on, man. I don't know why you're calling him that, because you're jealous, because he was a vegan and he discovered, and it destroyed him, and he discovered what was real. You understand me? He was lucky to discover that, hey, I'm a slave and I should be eating what I'm supposed to as a carnivore, meat, to be a normal human being. But you're not normal. That's why you keep lashing out. Your brain's fucked because you're on these plants. You're young for sure, but you're going to get old very quick. Very quick, you'll see.
There was actually a stream he did a while ago where he said he wanted to visit Afghanistan so he could buy a child bride and keep it as his sex slave.
Nobody, 0%. If they actually had a choice, if you would put women in front of them.
Oh, he did he? Well, post it, put it up. I'd love to see that. And even if he did, so what? These are reaction videos they're for comedic means. They're for comedy. How do you know what he's doing here? Is anything here real? This is the internet. It's fake, bro. Come on.
And nobody would choose somebody who's 23.
Just in bar. So does that mean just to stay on there, I want you to continue. So does that mean for a man to increase the market value way to 36, 37? I don't think that's what you're saying. No, but I'm saying that that's going to be the point at which you will have the potential to have the most, what will make you the most attractive asset based on what? Well, based on physicality, also the fact.
Physicality, but you will be older. Older means less attractive. Automatically. If your body looks older, you're automatically less attractive. It's nature. If he doesn't
That's right. That's true.
get that, then he doesn't get anything about attraction, which he doesn't. It's clear. He's delusional.
That women want a man who's older, I think, on an instinct.
But literally, no woman on earth has ever said that she wants a guy who's older. Most women will say, I'll
They do. They want a younger guy.
date a guy who's older if he's attractive, 1, 2, maybe 3 years older. Of course, if you're very good looking, you can be 10 years older, but then you have to be a model, Hollywood star, such as, what was his name? The guy from Fast and Furious, Paul Walker. His girlfriend was 16, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure when they met she was 16, which is completely legal in the US and most states. Look at the guy. He's dead now, rest in peace. But of course, any girl on earth pretty much would have wanted to be with him, regardless of age, because of how he looked like. This is rare. This will almost never happen. If you're an average guy, you're going to be way less attractive.
Again, most women prefer men who are 3 to 7 years older.
No, they don't. The only reason they prefer them is because they don't have any money when they're young. You understand me? So they have to go through school, make some money, and have some money and a job. They don't have a job or money or anything. They're still going through the school system. Hello. What are you talking about? That's why a younger woman who's already done and she's ready to go, make a family, whatever, she's going to look for the guy that's got something. A young guy, what's he doing? He's still in school. Get it? She's not going to go hang out with him. So you got it wrong.
36, I can guarantee you that.
Level, women want a guy who has more maturity, has more of a capability or proven capability to be the winner that they want to get with. Well, those guys don't tend to be part of their own peer group. They tend to be the guys who are more mature because they have had longer to become partner at the law firm or become a surgeon or whatever it is that they find sort of status-wise high value. But also, to stand up their game, build themselves up, and have a better judge of character. There's a lot of things. If you look at the prerequisites that women have on the most common dating sites, it is this laundry list of he's got to be funny, he's got to be hot, he's got to love his mom, he's got to like puppies, he's got to want kids, he's got to
No, it's just all about him being hot, attractive. Especially on dating sites. That's all that matters.
have ambition, he's got to be confident. You just on and on and on. For men, she's got to be hot, she's got to be available.
It's literally the same for women. Where does this idea come from in this manosphere, in the Red Pill community, that women are different? I really don't get it. Like, where did you get this idea? You just really want to believe that women are different, right? But why? What is it? It's just so strange. It's just severe coping.
That's pretty much it. And so when
That's true. Women are the same like men. They are looking for an attractive man. Women, look, men are looking for the most beautiful woman, and women are looking for the most beautiful guy. That's what they're attracted to. That's how they get attracted. That's what makes them hot and horny for you. What makes you horny for a woman? Because she's hot and attractive. That makes you horny. What makes a woman horny? A hot, attractive guy. Duh.
when you look at it's almost like filling out that
And there's not many out there because you've been fed a slave diet, and that's destroyed your looks. Like, look at him. He's got a fat face, a fat head. VeganGains. He's fat all over. His body's fat, and he has a fat face and a fat head. He doesn't have a strong jawline or a masculine face or anything. It's more a feminine face because high estrogen. That's the problem. No woman is attracted to him. That's why he got married. He was lucky to find one that liked him. I don't know. And she's not the prettiest woman in the world. You know what I mean? But hey, they get along. And so, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I have no clue. Man, I don't know. It's beyond me, man.
application when you're going on, say, like, Tinder, or so like, online dating, which is the number one way that men and women find each other today and start dating. So when you have that as sort of the prerequisite, well, women understand that it takes longer for men to develop into what's going to make them attractive, to mature into that.
I still can't be live. He said that on the internet for millions to see. How is he not in prison yet?
He's gotten very lucky with avoiding prison sentences. It's fucking crazy. Hopefully his luck runs out soon. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
And as a result,
No, man, oh my god. Nothing external can make you attractive. How do you not understand it? A woman can only find you attractive. Oops, probably made it sound weird.
right.
If you believe that something external makes you attractive, then you are by definition delusional to the point where you could be called mentally ill. Because you're naming things that are simply beliefs, most of which don't even exist, such as status. It doesn't exist in your sense. No, there is no such thing as status. But you actually believe that she will find you attractive for the status, which doesn't exist, which is external. But that's delusional. If you're talking about a woman finding you attractive, then it can only be you. This.
that has to coincide with what they're going through. So when women between, say, 18 and 28 years old, that's her peak window to find a guy that has the most of what she's going to need in the future. So if you look at it this way, a woman between 18 and 28 years old, she's got about a 10-year window there to secure what she's going to need as long-term security for the rest of her life. So that's a lot of
Women only care about how attractive you are and how attractive their children will be. That's it. They don't even consciously think about it.
That's right. He talks the truth, man. Anyways, I'm going to go. I'll talk to you. I'll see you in the next video. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. See you in the next video, man. That was interesting. What a debate, man. That's why, I have reserves of debating him in the video. And no, if I have a real debate with him with VeganGains, then I'm definitely going to act differently. I'm not going to go jumping like I did in that video. I was just wanting to talk shit because I can. That's why. I just do it for entertainment purposes, or it'd be fucking boring. See you in the next one. Ciao, friends.